3 minutes. I said 3 minutes. Two minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this B4 women's singles match will consist of one tiebreak set. To the left of the chair, Madison Kelly. To the right of the chair, Grace Hobbs. Kelly won the toss and elected to receive.
Second day of the 2026 Blind and Low Vision Nationals here at Melbourne Park. Val Febo here with you for what promises to be a mightily exciting Saturday. Alongside me, Jason Stubbs, once again for our first match of this morning between Madison Kelly and Grace Hobbs. Grace is in ominous form. She's 13-0 against Madison Kelly, who has elected to receive to commence things.
Yeah, good morning, Val. And we spoke about this match yesterday, didn't we? We're looking forward to it. And we've got it first up here on day 2, so really looking forward to it.
How was your evening last night?
Yeah, we went out for dinner last night. A lot of the tennis players were there and had some nice food, so that was good, and good sleep. So
yep,
yeah,
nice.
Ready for day 2.
You've been busy this morning as well, going for a marathon run.
Yeah, I did a quick 10K this morning. I did ask Mick Lee, one of the players, and Mark Haskett, but they declined to come with me.
That's fair enough. It's summoning the energy for a 10K run and on a Saturday
seconds.
morning can be quite difficult at times, but these two will have an abundance of energy because Madison Kelly is one person that's desperate to get over the top of Grace Hobbs. Grace has been the pinnacle of this sport for a while now in the B4 women's singles, and she knows where everything is on the court. She's just got that prowess. She was wonderful yesterday in her win over Samira Cox, but also Madison had a pretty decent win over Samira as well. So this one is poised to be a thrilling contest, I reckon.
Yeah, well, for a few years there, Grace was just playing the men.
Yep.
You know, so it's awesome now that she's got a few of the girls that she's playing against, and yeah, I'm sure Madison will hope to get on that scoreboard and make it 13-1 today.
13-0 as you said, and yeah, 13-1. It's just getting off the mark against someone that's always nice, and you know we've seen that so many times at the professional level as well. You know, I think what was it? Andreas Seppi lost to Roger Federer 13 times in a row before beating him the first time. I don't think David Ferrer ever beat Roger Federer, and Gael Monfils, I think, 19-0 down against Novak Djokovic. So definitely not easy for some players, but when you get that one win, it just gives you an abundance of confidence in that head-to-head, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's a mental thing that you get over. Obviously, the physical you're there, but yeah, just getting over that mental thing that you can beat them, and then who knows after that.
First set, Grace Hobbs to serve.
That's going to be Grace
Ready,
Hobbs
play.
to serve from the top of your screen. She is wearing a blue top or purple top with blue cap. And at the front of your screen is Madison Kelly in a grey and black tennis dress with a headband. Backhand up the middle of the court from Kelly. Her backhand is one of the best that you will see. Saw her 3 times yesterday across various disciplines. That one from Grace, that is a wonderful backhand. Wonderful backhand cross court.
Yeah, Grace showing us that she can play the backhand as well, didn't she? Yeah, young Madison played really well against David yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
David Edgecombe was he was exhibiting an abundance of power yesterday, and Madison was able to deal with it very well. So backhand cross court from Madison off the first serve. Now exchanging backhands up the middle of the court. That's long.
30-love.
30 love. Backhand up the middle of the court from the serve of Grace Hobbs. Forehand from Madison Kelly in the middle of the court, neutralising the point, exchanging forehands.
40 love.
It's long, 40 love. So if you are new to vision impaired tennis, we do commentate every shot like a radio broadcast, just for those who might be watching along that are vision impaired. So glad to have you with us wherever you're watching as these backhand exchanges continue. The drop shot from Madison Kelly. It looked good.
Game Hobbs. First game.
Till it didn't, Jason.
Yeah, just touching the top of the net there. It was looking good because Grace, I don't think she was going to get to it. So yeah, an easy set you might say there, or game there for Grace, but a few unforced errors unfortunately for Madison, just hitting the ball a bit long and out.
It's all about sort of feeling the play as well. Obviously, when it's your first return game, it gives you time to see what the conditions are doing, see how the ball is bouncing, and see how your own ground strokes are going. And that's sometimes why people elect to receive first. They like to feel the ball rather than putting pressure on their own serve. I tend to be the opposite. I like to serve first and go in front.
Yeah, I like to attack as well.
Yeah.
And even just having new balls in the blind tennis makes a big difference. They do bounce a little bit more.
Madison Kelly to serve.
So Madison Kelly serving first. First serve is to the forehand of Hobbs, who goes up the line. Backhand cross court from Kelly. Now backhand up the middle of the court from Hobbs. They exchange in some forehands. The one up the line from Hobbs is good. This time she goes and attacks on the backhand and misses.
15 love.
Yeah, good pressure there by Madison. Unforced error there by Grace.
Madison Kelly would love to get herself on the board. Most recent meeting was a 6-love win to Grace Hobbs, who will look to continue to attack. First serve is long.
That would have been the New South Wales Open.
Yep. Second serve. Into the forehand of Hobbs, who goes with the inside out. The backhand from Kelly up the middle of the court. Inside out forehand again from Hobbs. They exchange ground strokes up the middle of the court. That one bounces right on the line from Hobbs. And now her forehand goes to the forehand of Kelly. Looping high forehand reply from Hobbs. Another looped short forehand from Kelly. Hobbs comes to the net, but the lob is beyond exquisite from Madison Kelly. That is brilliant.
30 love.
Great play there by Madison. Bringing Grace into the net with a drop shot and then placing it over her head. Like, unreal tennis.
Showing her prowess, her all-court prowess. It's not the backhand that gets here from Madison Kelly. It's the forehand. 30 love. First serve. Cross-court slider. The forehand from Hobbs is good, very deep, and just crowded Kelly enough. 30-15.
30-15.
Yeah, I think Madison getting, if she can get a game, that will give her a lot of confidence, obviously going down 6-love last time.
First serve at 30-15 to the forehand of Hobbs, who goes inside out up the middle of the court. Backhand from Kelly. Now they just exchange in these shots and just didn't have enough pace on that ground stroke. Madison Kelly puts it into the net.
Already you can see Madison trying to bring Grace to the net, so she's tried a few little drop shots now.
Trying to move her around as well. Changing direction on her ground strokes a lot. I feel like you're going to see a lot of that. The first serve to the forehand of Hobbs, who goes up the line, and that's just too good. That is way too good. The reply is long.
30-40.
Break point.
Yeah, we can tell when you move a player side to side, it's a bit easier for them, but bringing them back and forward, it does make it a little bit harder.
So first serve is to the backhand of Hobbs, who goes up the line, and that is just way too good from 30 love. She breaks.
Game Hobbs.
And Grace
leads by 2
Hobbs
games
has
to
the
love.
ascendancy already.
Yeah, some good experience there by Grace. She just held in and got the ball into play, and unfortunately Madison made a few mistakes.
And you could see, or you could hear then that Grace actually went up and asked the umpire where that bounce said, was that on the line? You know, how close was that? How far was that from being out? As her first serve is to the forehand of Madison Kelly. Now they exchange in a tete-a-tete up the middle of the court. A lob from Kelly goes to Hobbs at the net. Now they go back up the middle of the court. Hobbs,
Too many bounces.
way too good. Off forehand was
15
brilliant.
love.
And you could see the tactic come through there from Madison Kelly. Brought her into the net. Just didn't quite have the goods in the end. First serve into the net.
Yeah, you just got to make sure if she does come into the net, you just got to make sure that you do place it well. Otherwise, you give it the advantage of coming in.
Because you can afford to hit the lobs harder, can't you?
Yeah, and particularly the B4s, you only get the one bounce. So if you bring someone forward and you open up the area, then you're not going to get it.
15 or
So
very small. Yeah, like 5 centimeters.
Yeah, just asking the umpire again then how far.
So double faults, 15 all. Hobbs asks if Kelly is ready. She is. The forehand reply off the return. She went up the line, tried to get Hobbs moving.
15.
And it is wide. So 30-15, it would be the quick start that she was after. Madison Kelly listed one of her goals as improving against Grace Hobbs. Certainly looks to have done so as this shot goes up the line from Hobbs. Now they exchange in some backhands. That one into the net from Kelly, and
40,
she knows
15.
that was one of her bread and butter shots. Her cross-court backhand is very impressive. She lists that as her strength, and that's why she was annoyed.
She was upset then.
To the juice court, 40-15. Hobbs with the serve. On the lunge forward is Kelly, and now they continue in this tete-a-tete. Hobbs goes with a cross-court forehand. It's a bruising one,
Ouch.
and she could only get there late. Kelly.
Hobbs leads by 3 games to
Yeah,
love.
Grace just showing a bit of experience there, changing the pace, just moving Madison around the court. But Madison obviously just didn't get in place there and just hit that wide.
So 3 games to love. It's been an impressive start from Grace Hobbs. You feel for Madison Kelly, who's not played badly at all. It's just Grace, as you said, she used to play against the boys and the men, and she's showing exactly why. It's so impressive.
Yeah, but I also like that Madison's come out with a bit of a plan. You know, she might be down 3 love, but she's thought about it. She's trying to bring Grace into the net, push her back. So she's obviously got a plan she wants to work to, and yeah, hopefully, you know, she'll get on the board and get a game.
So 3 games to love. Got another big 2 days of action here at the 2026 Blind and Low Vision National Championships here at Melbourne Park. Val Febo and Jason Stubbs here with you. We'll have Matt Clayton on throughout the day as well.
Time.
I know the fans are eager to hear those dulcet tones. He's standing next to us and chuckling with approval.
Hopefully now Madison serving from bottom of screen.
Asks if she's ready. Forehand reply from Hobbs, and now they go up the middle of the court. Just the aggression from Hobbs is proving way too much at the moment as she brings Kelly to the net.
Out.
And she scoops the backhand too wide, so
Love 15.
Yeah, and she'd be upset with that on the backhand. She really likes to play that shot, so hitting that wide.
First serve into the forehand of Grace Hobbs, who goes off, and it is good. The backhand
Love
unretrievable.
Yeah, Grace's placement here is really good. She's really pushing Madison around the court where she wants her.
So the first serve to the backhand of Hobbs. Hobbs goes up the line. Now they continue with the backhand cross court. This one high looping from Kelly, and this one, she brought Hobbs into the forecourt. She's been brought into the forecourt now with a lunging Hobbs, who didn't have much on the shot, but it was enough.
Love 40.
And again, lunging for that backhand cross court, not working for Madison Kelly.
Break point.
Just a small shake of the head. Doesn't want to put too much pressure on herself. Grace is playing a really good match. First serve to the forehand of Hobbs, who loops that in beautifully. The reply into the forecourt from Madison Kelly, and now they continue to push, and the off forehand inside out is proving to be a huge weapon.
Hobbs
it's a
leads
double
by
break.
4 games to love.
It's just the angle that she's creating. She's getting a lot of wrist flick on that off forehand, and it's really impressive.
Yeah, she's making Madison come forward to it. So Madison likes to sit back and play that backhand, but she's actually having to come forward and play the shot.
No mucking around. This backhand up the line is glorious from Hobbs.
15 love.
Kelly could only get a frame to it. She is forging ahead. 15 love, 4 love. It's escalated quickly. Hobbs with the serve. Goes to the backhand of Kelly, goes up the line. The forehand from Hobbs is wide.
Yeah, and I think Madison might learn a little bit as well.
15
Like she
all.
might, she's down 4-love here. She might be worthwhile just taking a little bit of time in between points and just start to relax and get her head back into it.
15 all to the juice court. Hobbs with the serve. Kelly reply up the line. Backhand up the line from Hobbs is
Too many
lovely.
bounces. 30-15.
Yeah, Grace is just taking a little bit of control. She's taking these points pretty quickly and trying to get through. So Madison could probably take a little bit of time.
Not hitting the ball too hard either, just placing it well. First serve to the forehand of Kelly. Now they exchange forehands. Kelly on the stretch with the backhand. Hobbs now cross court, opening the point up brilliantly. And on retrieval, it's wide. 40-15.
40-15.
I think Madison's going to probably do the 10Ks that I ran this morning on the court.
Might already have done so.
Grace definitely pushing her around.
40-15.
Hobbs, first serve, 40-15. Gets it in with a bit of pace as well. The forehand return is electric. Cross-court winner from
40-30.
Kelly. And I think that's one in anger.
Yeah, great shot there by Madison. Grace had it, hit it into her, and she didn't have to move and just placed it beautifully down the line.
First serve at 40-30. It's wide and it's good.
Outs.
Went out wide, beautifully
Game,
clipped the
Hobbs.
line.
Hobbs
Five
leads by
love.
5 games to love.
Yeah, it's come quickly, that 5-love. Hopefully she'll take a little bit of a break here, have a drink, towel off, and regroup. Come back and try and serve for a game.
And how many matches have we seen across the first day and a bit of this competition where one player has had a clean sweep of all games played, yet the score doesn't really reflect how close the match has been? The rallies have been quite good, and I think it just shows how I think the consistency of Grace Hobbs and what she's been able to produce.
Yeah, and like I said, I think the years of Grace being able to play against some of the boys and come through has really showed experience. But if you can, your first thing is to try and take your opponent as far as you can, right? So if Madison can get her into some juice games or some close games, then that'll help give her some confidence. She's up there ready to serve, so.
Here we go. First serve for Madison Kelly. The forehand of Hobbs, who goes up the line aggressively, has to take that one on the volley, and it's landed over
Too
the
many
net.
bounces.
When it's going your way, it's
Love
going
50.
your way.
Yeah, I think Madison was waiting for the bounce there, and it just comes straight back. Grace getting that on the volley.
First serve at love 15. It's a looping one. The attack. Oh, she saw red then.
15 all.
That was one where her eyes lit up. She went for it, and it's long by a couple of centimetres. So 15 all. First serve to the forehand of Hobbs, who drops it over the
Too many
net.
bounces.
That is cheeky, but effective.
Yeah, it was a great drop shot
15-30.
there. Madison quite not have the pace on the serve, and Grace used that advantage and just dropped it over the net.
Forehand and backhand, it doesn't matter. She's got finesse wherever she looks. Does Grace Hobbs. 2 points away from victory. First serve to the backhand, and the backhand cross court is good. Reply from Kelly up the line, and then she just constructs the points so well. A 1-2 punch from Grace Hobbs.
40.
Yeah,
2 match points.
She had Madison going from one side to the other there, didn't she? So, yeah, making it very difficult, but match point here.
This is good. Don't mind it. Just go back. Compose yourself. It's one of her goals to work on her mental skills and strengthen those. Not get too down on herself, and sometimes that deep breathing can help. It can just relax you. First serve on the line, and it's good. Well done. Madison Kelly saves one of the match points, and a clap from Grace Hobbs as well.
Well, we spoke about that during the match,
30-40.
didn't we? Hopefully she takes a little bit, and for her to go back there and take a deep breath was really good.
First serve at 30-40. The reply is good. Backhand exchange now between the two, and that backhand from Grace Hobbs into the net.
Juice.
So from 15-40, it's now juice.
As we spoke about before this game, get your opponent to juice, get it a close game, and who knows what will happen. Grace just making a couple of mistakes there, so
Very rare from Grace Hobbs. Don't see that too much. First serve at Juice is into the forehand of Hobbs. Hobbs goes up the line, the cross court up the middle of the court from Kelly, but the depth of shot way too good
Outs.
from Hobbs causes the error.
Advantage Hobbs.
Match point number 3.
yeah, deep in the corner there from Grace was a nice shot. She's taken another breath here, which is good. Still match point.
First serve to the forehand of Hobbs. Goes to the backhand of Kelly, lands in, goes deep, but the backhand reply is good. This one has a lot of angle from Kelly. On the retrieval is Hobbs. The drop shot from Kelly gets Hobbs on the
Ouch.
run, and she misses.
About 20 centimeters.
Yeah, she pushed Grace around there, which was really good, and Grace
Juice.
made the mistake. So back to Juice.
She thought she had it too. She thought it was much closer. Asked how far.
I think she got to it easier than she
Mm.
thought.
First serve. Wide.
Faults.
Went for the slider. Three match points have come and gone. Second serve. At Juice. Backhand up the line from Hobbs. Goes to the backhand of Kelly,
Advantage Kelly.
who does brilliantly. Gets Hobbs outstretched.
Yeah, that great backhand again. So
Mm.
she's only been able to do it a couple of times this match, but that was one of them.
Here we go, up the middle of the court goes Kelly. At the net was Hobbs, got the volley back nicely. Now deep forehand from Hobbs. High looping forehand from Kelly. Attack goes Hobbs with the off forehand. Kelly with the one-handed stretch goes over the net. Another off forehand from Hobbs. High looping forehand. Now Kelly tries to guide this one with the off forehand. A one-handed backhand slice doesn't work for Hobbs.
Game Kelly.
Madison Kelly is on the board. And a
Hobbs
fist
leads
pump
by 5
of
games to 1.
reassurance for herself. She's held. And that is a brilliant hold. 3 match points came and went.
Yeah, and even the crowd up here love that. So Madison getting on the board, that'll give her a lot of confidence.
First serve from Hobbs. The backhand of Kelly goes over the net. Hobbs on the outstretch.
bounces.
Oh, my word.
15 love.
Great slice backhand there
Yeah.
by Grace. Spin on the ball, dropped really low. Madison had no chance.
I feel like if you can get the slice backhand to work with this ball, it's such a valuable shot because the pace of the ball just dies, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a great attacking shot.
The old chip and charge as they exchange in some cross-court forehands. This time Hobbs goes up the line,
Out.
and that is too good. Out is
30
the shot.
love.
Yeah, depth of the shot there from Grace. Created the mistake there by Madison, just hitting that wide and deep.
So the serve to the forehand. Now a backhand, a short backhand from Hobbs, and trying to run Kelly all around the court here, doing really nicely. Off forehand, gets Kelly outstretched on the backhand, goes up the middle of the court. Now cross-court forehand from Hobbs, playing real cat and mouse. This time she's caught out of her depth a little bit, so Kelly can neutralise and win the point. Netted error from Grace Hobbs.
Yeah, Grace pushed her around the court then, and then played a shot down the middle, which gave her, she didn't have to run, and beautiful return backhand there down the centre.
You can just see the competitiveness when she loses 1 point. Just go and ask, what did I do wrong? What was the situation here? What happened there? I like that. I really like
30
that.
15.
Yeah, that shows experience, She's
Yep.
taken her time. Before, when she was on top, she was rushing. Now she loses a couple of points and, go and speak to the umpire, take another breath.
Yep. And you're still up 5-1. This is the impressive thing. It's just when to know to slow things down. 2 points away from victory. Second serve incoming for Grace Hobbs. Little kicker out to the backhand of Kelly. On the run with the backhand is Hobbs. Forehand up the middle of the court from Kelly. Reply by Hobbs. Backhand from Kelly. Backhand from Hobbs. Hobbs with the forehand. Kelly with the forehand up the line. It's landed in.
Out.
And the reply just wide from Kelly.
40
And
15.
2 more match points for Grace Hobbs.
Yeah, it was a great return down the line there. Must have just landed on the line. Unfortunately for Madison, hit the return wide.
First serve is a slider out wide at 40-15 backhand or inside out backhand from Hobbs as they go up the middle of the court. Forehand from Hobbs into the net. So Kelly hanging in. 4 match points saved now.
40-30.
Saved a point there. She can get another one here and try and get it to Juice.
Oh, it just gets in the mind of your opponent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So another match point. 5th match point of the match for Grace Hobbs. Her forehand is high and deep, and this slice forehand or backhand is good, but the drop shot even better from Kelly, going into the net, playing cat and mouse, running everywhere is Kelly, and the volley is missed. What scrambling from Madison Kelly.
Juice.
5 match points have come and gone, and she still survives.
Yeah, and just even picking up that first game she did, it's given her a bit of confidence, and now she's here at Juice in the 7th game.
So impressive.
And she's smart here. She's taken a little bit of time. Get in the opponent's head.
Yep, I like it. Use everything within your disposal. First serve up the line, and it has clipped the tape and dropped on the wrong side.
Hobbs.
If your name is Madison Kelly, but Grace Hobbs, this is match point number 6. She's been made to work to finish this one off. And Madison Kelly, I know it's a breadstick at the moment, but I think this is a performance that she'll be quite pleased with mentally. Said she wanted to work on her mental strength. She hits a high looping forehand return at advantage for Grace Hobbs, and it is long.
Game, set, and match, Hobbs.
Made to work for it.
6 games to 1.
But wins it 6 games to 1. And these two are going to be doing combat for many years to come, you would think. Grace Hobbs still showing that she is well and truly the number 1, Jason Stubbs.
Yeah, and you could see at the end there, they were both happy. Obviously, Grace happy that she's winning, but I think Madison had a smile on her face as well. And she knows now she's taken Grace. She's taken a game off her. So who knows, next time they meet, she might get that back.
So brilliant performance from Grace Hobbs. 6 games to 1 is her victory. It's one more than than the amount of games she won last time they met. So just has to keep improving on that, Madison Kelly, and I'm sure she will. She's only 14 years of age, so plenty of improvement left to come in her career, that is for sure, as she develops. Up next, however, I'm looking forward to this one. Arado Katsuta-Green against David Edgecombe. Both of them play a very big brand of tennis, so that's B4 men's singles coming up. Jason, thank you very much.
Thank you, Val. I'll see you soon.
You certainly will, and we'll be back very shortly with Arado Katsuta-Green up against David Edgecombe. Val Febo and Jason Stubbs signing off for now. I'll be back soon.
3 minutes. Two minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this match will consist of one tie-break set. To the left of the chair, David Edgecombe. To the right of the chair, Arato Katsuda Green. Katsuda Green won the toss and chose to serve.
Intriguing matchup coming up between David Edgecombe and Arato Katsuda Green. Arato definitely the favourite in this contest, 18 and zip head-to-head. But who knows, David possesses a firebrand of power. He can hit the ball big. Whether he gets him in or not, that's the big query on him. We saw him yesterday in the junior singles against Madison Kelly, and he exhibits a lot of power. So looking forward to seeing how he can harness that this morning or this afternoon against Arato. Val Febo, my name, alongside me, Matty Clayton for the first time today. Matt, welcome to you. Looking forward to this.
Val, thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be back with you, working here at the National Tennis Centre. Yeah, it should be a fantastic game. David's missed a bit of tennis of late, so I know he's coming back after a bit of illness, and but these two, as I said, played each other many, many times. As you said, 18 and zip head-to-head, but all up, including doubles, played each other 25 times, so they certainly know how each other's game goes. So
They do.
should be fascinating. Both like to play the big shot as well, so as you said, should be a bit of a firebrand match.
Yeah, looking forward. So Arato Katsuda Green has elected to serve first. He's won the toss, and he will be serving from the far side of your screen, wearing sort of a patterned black, white, grey t-shirt with white shorts, and in the forecourt is David Edgecombe, who is wearing a sort of reddy orange Nike polo from the AO earlier this year with maroon shorts, black and white New Balance shoes.
Beautiful work there, Val, as always.
It's become a cult thing now when we call together. As I hand over to Matty Clayton to get us underway.
Thanks, Val. So it's Arato to serve from the top of your screen. Good deep serve. Down the tee. Good return from David. Big forehand strokes from both players here. David comes to the net early, tries to put the pressure on Arato, but good passing shot down the backhand side from Arato. So he's on the board at 15 love.
It's going to be an interesting way to see how Arato makes his way through this. It was a tough one against Ross Patterson yesterday.
Oh, that's a fantastic serve. Literally just catching the line down the tee there from Arato. All David could do is clap and walk to the other side of the court at the 30 love. Next serve goes down the tee again, just misses to the left-hand side.
David, I think the one thing that he needs to try and keep under control is his mentality. Yesterday he got very frustrated with himself against Madison Kelly, and he didn't play a bad match. It was just one of those ones where it just wasn't quite clicking.
Good serve there from Arato to the body. Good backhand here from David. Once again coming to the net early. Cross-court backhand. Lovely shot there from David.
30-15.
Work. It was interesting chatting to him before today's match. He was just saying that his footwork didn't feel quite right yesterday. So hit the ball quite well, but just the feet didn't quite feel right.
Sometimes it was just knowing when to go.
Absolutely. Good forehand return there from David. Then deep shot from Arato.
40-15.
Cramps David for room. Tries to the backhand back down the line, but unfortunately not able to get it back in. So Rado goes out to a 40-15 lead here in the opening game of the set. Good serve once again down the tee from Rado, but a lovely backhand return there from David.
Out.
Forces Rado to go a little bit stronger,
40-30.
and this time he misses. So 40-30. David very competitive in this opening service game from Rado. Serve down the tee again. Unfortunately, this time it goes a little long and a little bit wide. So second serve. Opportunity here for David. Put the pressure on a Rado serve. Serve into the body, but good forehand return there from David. Cross-court forehand from Rado. Backhand
Out,
down the middle
long.
from Rado. Goes long.
Deuce.
So at juice here in the opening service game.
This is impressive, and even if he doesn't hold or doesn't get the break, I think it's important for David to just stay involved in these return games, make Rado think a little bit more.
Absolutely. Serve down the tee again from Rado. That's a
In the net.
really good serve. David getting the backhand return, unfortunately, just goes
Katsuda
into the net.
Green.
So it's advantage to Rado Katsuda Green here. But a very good, high-quality opening service game with both players very competitive. As you were saying, service down the tee again. Rado, good return though, nice and deep from David. Ooh, the double pump
In the net.
backhand from David Edgecombe
Deuce.
forces the error from Rado. And we're back to juice.
He's got an abundance of power, David.
Serve, first serve into the net. Yeah, it's not sure if you saw the double pump backhand there. Was very, very impressed.
Yeah.
Nick Kyrgios style. Good second serve from Rado into the body. Good return from David. Backhand. Just dies as it
Advantage
lands.
Edgecombe.
And suddenly we have advantage and breakpoint opportunity here for David Edgecombe.
Fault.
We'll serve in the
Long.
body there from Rado. Fortunately goes a little long. Here's that big chance here now for Dave Edgecombe. Deep second serve. Hits the racket
In the net.
of David Edgecombe. It just hits the net.
Deuce.
A puff of wind and that ball would have hit the net and gone over. That's all it took. We're back to juice.
Well, that was good serving under pressure from Rado Katsuda Green.
First serve right down the tee, right in the corner. That's a fantastic
Advantage,
serve. David
Katsuda
could just look at
Green.
it and go, not much I can do about that one.
To be able to hit it that accurately with these balls to hit an ace, it's really impressive. Cannot be understated.
Absolutely. Doesn't have that same velocity that you have with the normal tennis ball. Good serve and follow-up cross-court forehand there
Game,
from Rado.
Katsuda Green.
You can
First
see
game.
he knows he has to hit the extra ball a little bit harder. So he takes out the opening service game. Takes a 1-love lead here in this B4 men's singles match.
Well, that's where he can get you, Rado Katsuda Green. Very impressive, and he will be well and truly looking to try and dominate this return game. David does possess a powerful serve, one that is really enjoyable to watch, and it's something that Rado is going to have to be aware of. Saw it yesterday against Madison Kelly. who
David Edgecombe to serve.
just kept getting balls back and making things difficult for David. That's what Rado Katsuda Green is going to have to do. First serve to the forehand, to the
Long,
juice
long.
court. Misses long. Second serve down 1-love. To the forehand of Rado Katsuda Green,
Out,
who
long.
pushes long. Going
15 love.
aggressively though, you can see he's going to try and attack these second serves. First serve to the
Long,
forehand of
long.
Katsuda Green, long. Already into our second session of the day.
Unfortunately, David just
Yeah.
bounces that ball. It's the toe. I've done that a few times over the years.
Haven't we all? Second serve to the backhand of Katsuda Green goes with another, or to the inside out,
15 all.
forehand drop shot of Edgecombe, who gets it off the frame. 15 all. So first serve going to be important for Edgecombe as he looks to try and keep with Katsuda Green.
Fault. Long.
Misses another. So what does Arato do here? Does he go to attack? A forehand down the line is something he likes to go to.
Fault, long,
Double faults.
15-30.
Now a bit of pressure on David Edgecombe, the youngster. Underarm serve. Goes with the dropper. The drop shot back is sublime from Arato Katsuta Green. That is naughty.
It's almost like, well, if you're going to
15-40.
play the slice game, then I'll come in and play that as well.
That is absolutely brilliant. The serve was great too.
It was.
First serve from David Edgecombe.
Fault, long,
Second serve incoming. 15:42 break points.
fault, long.
Just long. A
Game,
bit of
Katsuta
frustration
Green.
for David Edgecombe as
Katsuta
Arato
Green leads
Katsuta
by
Green
2 games to love.
saves a break point in the first game of the match and now has a break of his own. 2 games to love.
Yeah, David just missing a little bit with the radar, getting that ball into the court. Oh, good serve from Arato Katsuta
15
Green
love.
to start this service game. Right down the tee again.
And he's not the tallest young man, is Arato Katsuta Green, but he finds the placement so well.
Good serve this time into the body.
Out, long.
And return from Edgecombe just goes a bit long. Yeah, absolutely.
30
But
love.
interesting, I saw Ruddo up here on the balcony just before he went down, and he's definitely grown quite a bit since last year.
Yep.
So I think he's really just started to hit that growth spurt. Good serve there from Ruddo into the body. Backhand cross court there from Dave Edgecombe. Backhand slice from Ruddo. David comes to the net, just slices over the net. And Ruddo, the little backhand slice, goes a
40
little bit
love.
deep and gets the point. He's out to 40 love.
His feel and speed, it's so good to watch.
Yeah, it really anticipates the play really well, and then to the point where he can think, well, I've got 1 or 2 options I can play now in terms of the shot. Service down the middle again. Good return there from Dave Edgecombe. Ryder just drips over the net, and then David comes to the net,
40-15.
goes to cross court backhand, gets the winner. Fantastic play from
That's
Dave
a
Edgecombe.
That is brilliant.
Yeah,
Good scampering.
yeah, really good footwork. Considering he was a bit disappointed after yesterday, that really shows that he's really working on that.
Yeah. He's hungry for every point.
Yeah, Katsuta Green once again down the middle. Good serve. Nice
Minute.
return of the toes there from David Edgecombe.
40-30.
Gets the point. And suddenly we're at 40-30.
There's so much upside to
Yeah.
the game of David Edgecombe. I think if he can continue to harness this power, work on that footwork, this is really impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Katsuta Green this time goes out wide to the backhand side. But really good return once again from David Edgecombe to the middle of the court. Oh, inside out forehand from Arato Katsuta Green.
Game,
of the highest
Katsuta
order.
Green.
Fantastic.
Green
And
leads
takes
by
the
3
service
games to
game. But
love.
once again, some fabulous tennis on offer here. Van.
That's a bruising winner. That is so impressive. He was leaning back on that and just slapped it. That was brilliantly done from Arato Katsuta Green. And again, Dave Edgecombe just can't get too down on himself here because he's not playing a bad match at all.
Absolutely. In fact, I think he's playing really, really well.
And in terms of ground strokes, I think he's actually matching it. It was his serve that just let him down a little bit in that first service
Yeah.
game. If he can continue to hold, and I think he's actually going to create an opportunity on return.
100%. And look, we've already seen that in both of Rado's service games. The first one went to juice, and that second one there went very close. So definitely putting the pressure on, particularly given how strong Arado's serve is, and ability to put it on both sides of the court when he serves it. Yeah, there's a lot of upside. So Dave Edgecombe now to serve.
Dave Edgecombe serving from the forecourt in an orangey red kit. Tries to go with a drop shot
In the
on
net.
return from Katsuta
Love
Green.
15.
He gets it back. Oh, sorry, Katsuta Green got it back and that one into the net.
Dave's missed that one
Yeah.
probably twice now, that little shot. So
Might need to put it away.
yeah, you can understand why he's trying to play it, but it's just not delivering. It's not a high percentage for him at the
In the
moment.
net.
David Edgecombe. Second serve,
Love
double
30.
fault. Just hear the frustration, love 30, and this was the issue in his first service game, just not quite getting it. But again, these are learning opportunities. First
Fault,
serve,
long.
slightly long. Does he go for the underarm serve at some stage and try and make Arato Katsuta Green think a little bit more. Love 30. Second serve now for David Edgecombe under a bit of pressure. Second serve into the forehand of Arado Katsuta Green, who hits it long.
15-30.
Quality second serve there from David. Hopefully that'll give him a bit of confidence.
And that might be what he needs to do. Take away the power from the first serve. Go with your second serve as your first serve, because then at least just get it in. Feel ball on racket. Gets the first serve in this time, and the backhand slice return is into the net.
30
So
all.
from love 30, it's now 30 all.
Yeah, good work here from David.
And yeah, sometimes it's about just getting the spin on the ball, because in the rallies he's actually matching Arado.
100%. 100%.
So just get it into a rally and try and figure things out, solve the problem from there, which he's been able to do quite well. First serve into the net. 30 all. 3 love in favour of Katsuta Green. Edgecombe serving at the moment. Second serve.
Fault. Long. 30-40.
You just hear him downstairs looking up saying, every important point, I hit a double fault.
Look, I think it'd be particularly frustrating considering he's playing well for
Yeah.
everything else.
So, break point, Arado Katsuta Green. The serve from Edgecombe into the backhand of Katsuta Green with the slice. Goes up the line, does Edgecombe, and then this second
net.
slice is into the net. So,
Deuce.
break point saved, juice.
Yeah, lovely work there. Good pressure back onto Arado.
Again, ground strokes, matching it with Katsuta Green. First serve into the backhand slice of Katsuta Green, who kept it low.
Advantage, Katsuta Green.
That is brilliant. Just not up, because if it was on a second bounce and he got that, that was a pretty good drop shot.
Absolutely.
But Arado just getting enough, and he's really trying to utilise that to try and negate the power of Edgecombe. So break point number 2 in this game for Arado Katsuta Green. First serve bounces before it gets to the net. Second serve incoming for David Edgecombe. Bounce once, twice. Second serve into the nets, and he
Game,
smacks his
Katsuta
racket
Green.
on his foot because
Katsuta
it's a
Green
double
leads
break
by 4
now.
games to love.
4 games to love.
Yeah, look, it's a real shame. He said he's playing really good tennis. I mean, the upside is it's something that's really coachable, and the more he plays, as I said, he's been a little bit unwell of recent, so he hasn't had the games coming into this tournament. So just a little bit of edge, but oh wow, just an incredible
15.
winner there from David Edgecombe.
How
Just
good was that?
the good setup was great. Comes to the net, gets a little drop shot over, and yeah, it's a little lead.
Well, he's got power, but he's got the feel
Touch,
as well, yeah.
Absolutely. So Katsuta Green serving to the body. Deep return from the forehand side from Dave. Backhand cross court from David Edgecombe. Slice to the net.
In the net.
Oh, good pressure once again from David Edgecombe in
Love
the net.
30.
Forcing Arado to go a bit wide, and unfortunately this time plays the ball in the net. So suddenly breaking opportunity ahead. Love 30. Another good body serve there from Arado. Nice and deep. David just
15-30.
backhand into the net. Arado does have that power when he's down, like all the great players, just about to push, and come back. Oh, deep serve there,
Out.
right at the
Wide.
toes of David Edgecombe. That's just
30 all.
it's a quality serve. You
Yep.
can't do much about that. Cramps you up. 30 all.
And again, he just finds his way out of trouble. His mentality is second to none.
Once again, body serve from Arado. Going the percentages there. David with the
40-30.
backhand return into the net. So rather than going down the tee like he has been for most of this match, he's going in the body a little bit more Arado now. Want to make sure it gets those quality ones in, and then go to the backhand side on the serve. But a lovely return from David Edgecombe. Puts it out deep. Both players now at the net. Drop
Out.
shot from Arado
Wide.
just goes wide.
Deuce.
So we're at juice here in this service game.
So played 5 games, and I would say, I think 3 of them have gone to juice at least. I think it's, yeah.
Well, suddenly we see
Advantage,
Arado
Katsuta
with the
Green.
serve down the tee, first time in this service game, and that's a strong serve. He takes it into advantage. The serve more towards the body this time. Forehand into
Out,
the corner from
wide.
David Edgecombe, just goes wide.
Game, Katsuta
Arado
Green.
Katsuta Green
Katsuta
fights his
Green
way
leads
back,
by 5
tapes that
games to
service
love.
game. He's out to 5-love. But really intriguing battle so far, Val.
It has been. It doesn't deserve to be 5-love, I don't think.
Absolutely.
David has not played that badly. It's just the mentality of Katsuta Green, and he's winning the important points, which is what you need to do as a tennis player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Arato will be elated with this because I think you see the name David Edgecombe in the draw, and you're not overly happy because he poses a huge challenge, and Arato already ready to go. He does not muck around. Saw him play Ross Patterson yesterday, and they just get going with it. They don't take much time. So David, love 5 down. Can he get himself on the board? It could be another one of those 6 loves or 4 loves that we've seen so far this competition, where it doesn't deserve to be that scoreline. On paper looks worse than it is. Backhand slice return from Arado Katsuta Green
Love
gets
15.
too low on David Edgecombe, who hits his reply into the net. So love 15, 3 points away from victory now. Arato Katsuta Green, first serve coming up to the ad court. Bounce once, bounce twice for David Edgecombe.
Fault.
Misses
Long.
wide. Second serve incoming. Big second serve. Bit of an interesting reply from Arado Katsuta Green, then came to the
15
net
all.
off the lack of pace, and David Edgecombe just has too much power with the forehand, 15 all.
That's exactly what that was too from David Arado at the net. But played the big shot and fantastic work. Really important he gets his first serve.
Fault. Long.
Misses long. Just that first serve percentage has really hurt him. If there's one knock on the performance, it's I think the first serve percentage, and he knows it. We've heard him say it from ground level. Second serve into the forehand of Katsuta Green, who takes the pace off. Forehand slice is lovely. And then on the backhand reply from David Edgecombe, they exchange in this rally, and the drop volley is superb from Arado Katsuta Green. And
15
David's just
30.
lying on the ground, bereft.
With a smile on his
Yeah.
face. Just fantastic to see. But look, good rally. And David just kept getting there, kept getting there. And in the end, just a little bit of touch.
He's just saying, what more do I have to
Oh,
do?
Exactly right.
So first serve, 15-30, Katsuta Green, 2 points away from victory. Into the net, second serve. Just inspecting the ball. Everything all okay. Second serve to the backhand of Katsuta Green, goes for the slice, and then he comes into the net, hits the high shot
15-40.
down with vigour, and puts it away for 2 match points. Backhand volley was brilliant.
Yeah, no, fantastic high volley there from Arado. Had it in full control as well.
First serve from David Edgecombe
Fault.
is wide. So double match point. Second serve. Bit of danger. Second serve incoming. And the slice return is lovely from Katsuta Green, who puts the volley away well enough.
Long.
As game, set and match.
Katsuta Green by 6 games to love.
Arado Katsuta Green wins 6 games to love over David Edgecombe, but David did not play a bad match, and I fear to say that bagel is undeserved, but Arado just shows how good he is.
Yeah, 100%. David played some exceptional tennis.
Yep.
And as I said, look, in the end, I think it was really just his serving which was the difference. I mean, he got some really good serves in, but at particular points there were times where he had some double serves. So, but I said that's something he can work on. The more tennis he plays, the more that'll improve. The more coaching he gets. So, it's a really close skill, so it's something he can work on. So, really exciting for the future of men's B4 singles in terms of what's ahead.
Certainly is. So we've got another match coming up. We've got Arato again in the Open Junior Singles. He'll take on Nikhil Oja, who we saw yesterday, the youngest player in the competition at 11 years of age. That's still to come. After this short little break on Tennis Australia's YouTube, the Blind and Low Vision Nationals. Matt Clayton, well done to you.
Good work, Val.
We'll see you very shortly for the next match, Nikhil Oja versus Arato Katsuta Green.
When I first applied for the role of Minister for Everybody, some people said I didn't have a leg to stand on. But everything changed once I got a foot in the door. There it is over there. I'm here to tell you that tennis is for everybody. Every age, every stage, every identity, every ability. So come on, everybody, let's have a hit. Tennis for everybody.
3 minutes. Two minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this junior singles match will be the best of one short set with no ad scoring. To the left of the chair, Arato Katsuda Green. To the right of the chair, Nikhil Oja. Katsuda Green won the toss and elected to serve.
Round robin of the Junior Open singles incoming, and we have got Arato Katsuda Green once again up against Nikhil Oja, who we saw yesterday, the youngest
1 minute.
competitor in the field at 11 years of age, up against the 14-year-old prodigy in Katsuda Green, who was elected to serve first after winning the toss. Valford by my name, and alongside me at the Blind and Low Vision National Championships at Melbourne Park once again is Jason Stubbs. Jason, welcome back to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Val. Looking forward to this one. Nicola is looks like a young Arato that I seen a few years ago, playing now 11. I think that's what the age that Arato started. So probably looks up to Arato, but hopefully they're looking for some good tennis here.
Youngest player in the draw as we spoke, or in the competition. I think they varied from 11 to
30
68
seconds.
in terms of the ages, and that 11-year-old is Nikhil Oja, who performed pretty well yesterday in the matchup that we saw.
Yeah, and it's good to see so many juniors now playing the game, you know.
Yep.
To have a full junior competition is unreal.
So we have a short set and no juice, or short juices as well, so no ad. So essentially a getting to 40 is
End
a
of
break
warm-up.
point if you get there. So looking forward to seeing how this one goes. Arato Katsuda Green was imperious in his last match against David Edgecombe, and will look to inflict some more pain on young Nikhil Oja. As the first serve from Arato Katsuda Green goes out to the forehand of Oja, who managed to just get it in. Goes with these forehand slices that we saw yesterday. Going up the middle of the court, Katsuda Green with a backhand slice volley. Way too good, but the passing shot attempt from Nikhil Oja, brilliant.
Out, wide.
Almost
22
gave
meters.
himself the chance to win the point, but the scrambling from Katsuda Green, way too good as per usual.
15 love.
Something
Yeah.
we've come to know and love. First serve from Katsuda Green, and that is into the net.
30
Yeah,
love.
Nicola doing very well in that first game. First point. Pushing Arato around a little bit.
First serve from Katsuda Green, and
Into
the
the
reply into the net.
40 love.
Very quick. Last 2 points. Just saw Nikhil Oja play Ruben Fairbank in the first session of the day. First serve,
Into the
or the
net.
response into the net.
Game Katsuda Green.
Only clipped
First
the tape.
game.
So game to Arato Katsuda Green very, very quick as they change over.
Yeah, Arato taking no time there to get to a 1-0 lead already. Walking straight up to the other end of the net. Played obviously the game before this one, so I'd like to get this one over and done with and move on quickly if he could.
Yeah, the match between Ruben Fairbank and Nikhil Oja before saw Ruben give him some high fives, some encouragement afterwards. He did get the win pretty comfortably, but full of praise for the youngster as they engage in this rally. And
Into the net.
the volley into the
15
net.
love.
No good from Arato Katsuda Green, and Nikhil Oja gets the first point of his first service game in this contest. This is the second round robin match of the tournament for the juniors. That
Ball
one just missing.
Wide and long.
Yeah, Ruben obviously playing Nicola in the first game, and great sportsmanship by Ruben as well. Probably one of the best blokes on tour as far as I'm concerned.
Second serve from Nicoloja was high and loopy. The
Out.
shot probably
Wide 10 centimetres.
could have been hit
15 all.
with some more vigour from Arado Katsuta Green. He took the pace off it, bit of backspin. The miss came from Oja. Oja's first serve to the forehand of Katsuta Green. Just died on Katsuta Green there shortly, so they're engaging in this rally. Had to really lunge forward. These shots can be so good from Katsuta Green, from Nicoloja.
The net.
These backhand or backspin
15-30.
forehand slices that he hits, so difficult to get back, and you can see Katsuta Green just sort of struggling to find his rhythm out there.
Yeah, I think Arado's very used to playing some of the bigger boys and ball
Into
coming
the
back
net.
a lot harder, and obviously
30
Nicola
all.
taking the pace off a little bit. And for those that don't realise, Nicola is actually getting 2 bounces to Arado's 1.
Yep.
So
So, Arado Katsuta Green just slicing that return back. Then hitting with a bit of angle really nicely. Katsuta Green having to scamper, and that one called up, so not too bad from Nikhil Oja, making Arado Katsuta Green run all over the court. That time just swung down on it, but what a point that was. Had some
30-40.
chances to win it. Made Arado work for every single shot.
yeah, and got him a break point. So
Breakpoint opportunity for Katsuta Green. Can he come into the net? He's going to have to hit this one from behind him, and I think it's going to work. It's just
10
wide.
centimetres. Deuce,
great. Now got
decided
him a
point,
deuce, so-
receiver's choice.
great work by Nicola.
So receiver's choice, short juice, game and breakpoint for Arado Katsuta Green and
Fault.
Nikhil Oja.
Wide 5 centimetres.
First serve is wide, so big opportunity for Arato. High looping second serve. Arado coming into the net, and the passing shot is
Out.
wide.
Wide 30 centimetres. Game Katsuta Green.
Katsuta Green
Katsuta Green
Kasuda
leads by
obviously
2 games
taking
to
that one
love.
as well, taking 2-love lead now.
Yep, that's the break. And he got through his first service game pretty quickly. Return from Oja, very good. Katsuta Green coming into the net, really trying to put some pressure on his younger opponent. Very rare that he gets to play younger opponents. The volley is
Too many
exquisite.
bounces. 15 love.
Puts it away. 15 love has not dropped a point on serve as of yet. Arado Katsuta Green. His serve is to the forehand of Oja, who goes into
Into the net. 30 love.
Yeah, quickly to 30-love here already.
Into the net so quickly, doesn't he? He's really trying to put the pressure on Nikhil Oja. Now they exchange forehands up the middle of the court. That one from Katsuta Green lands in. It did come off the frame. And
Out.
Oja's
Wide,
backhand is
30
wide.
centimetres.
Still unbeaten
40
on
love.
serve.
Always interesting watching the little boys here with the tennis rackets, and tennis rackets as big as them, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly right. First serve goes to the forehand of Oja. The slice forehand up the middle of the court. Oh no, he hit it. Didn't need to hit it,
15.
did Katsuta Green. It was well long, but just sort of lost his bearings there.
First point lost off his
Yep.
serve too.
So 40-15. Oja slaps that ball back into play. Backhand from Katsuta Green is good. Up the middle of the court they go. Katsuta Green now tries to open up some angle. Now he's going to come into the net, takes the pace off it. But really well done from Nikhil Oja. Getting to the ball really well. Slapping it through. They go up the middle of the court. That's a nicely
Too many
slapped
bounces.
forehand winner. Nikhil Oja, brilliantly done. And a little
40-30.
trot and bounce because he knew how good that was.
It's interesting you said slap. It is a bit of a slap shot,
Yeah.
isn't it?
And that one, well, he almost did it again. What a return it was. Getting Katsuta Green into the net, and from 40 love, it's now
decided
juice.
Point. Receiver's choice.
Brilliantly done from Nikhil Oja. Breakpoint opportunity. First serve to the forehand of Oja. Brings Katsuta Green into the net. On the second bounce, a really well struck forehand from Oja. Backhand is high and looping. Katsuta Green now loops a forehand top spin. That scooped backhand from Nikhil Oja brings Katsuta Green into the net. He's having to scramble, however, doing really well is Nikhil Oja, making Katsuta Green really work for this point. That forehand deep. Now they just exchange into the middle of the court. He comes into the net again. This time he gets it in right on the line, does Nikhil Oja. His forehand right up the middle of the court. Katsuta Green making him work. Can he put this one away? Gets the second bounce, and Nikhil Oja gets there again. He is running everywhere like Speedy Gonzalez, moving all around the court, and he gets the break. What a point that was.
What a point, and yeah, I think he ran many Ks there.
Katsuta Green leads by 2 games to 1.
You ran 10 Ks this morning. Nikhil Oja has run 11.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit quicker than me.
How good was that return game? 40 Love was 0 and 7 on return points. All of a sudden, 4 in a row, he gets the break back. That is brilliantly done from the youngster.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it, the slap shot, and he definitely slapped Arato all around the court there.
Certainly did. Now, what can Arato do on return? He's just getting run around the
15
court.
love.
This is really impressive from Nikhil Oja. Of course, utilising that second bounce really well. He's being patient. He's not trying to hit things too early. He's just letting the ball come to him. Arato Katsuta Green just massaging that ball over the net. On the backhand, using his top spin to perfection. Now they're exchanging these backhands. That one scooped away from Nikhil Oja. The slice from Arato
Many
Katsuta
bounces.
Green. Very, very good. This is a
15 all.
high-quality contest. Very enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, I think the change of pace that Nicola is giving Arato too is troubling him a little bit.
Yep.
So
And he wouldn't be used to this because there's not much topspin coming from Nikhil Oja.
Into the net.
yeah, he's used to the big boys coming through nice and quick and mixing the pace up here and moving around the court. So Arato's got a lot of work to do.
And the difference between him and David Edgecombe, well, they're completely different players. As that one, well, I'm not sure how that one went over the net. And this is really good depth from Arato Katsuta Green, just crowding
15-30.
Nikhil Oja. And this is the thing, playing the juniors and the men's, you're going to have to do different problem solving because you're going to have to deal with different things.
Yeah, and it might be something that some of the men might look at when they play Arato.
Yep.
Faults. Long. 3 centimetres.
I don't think Ross will, but maybe
No.
some of the others.
Ross doesn't need to look at anything. He's an out-and-out star, is Ross Patterson. We love watching him play. So that one from, that's from Nikhil Oja. Slice back from Arato. That's landed right on the line. All he has to do is get this into the open court. The second bounce, Nikhil Oja gets there again. Arato must be thinking, what more have I got to do? He gets there on the second bounce again and wins
Into
the
the
point.
net.
This is ridiculously good from the
30
young
all.
11-year-old.
Those young legs are certainly moving around the court and he's getting
Yep.
the ball well.
First serve, Arato Katsuta Green. It died on him
Into
with the
the net.
backspin. And all of a sudden,
40-30.
there is a big chance. We thought Arato was going to run away with this after the first 2 games. But this is completely different to any script that Arato would have after such a dominant performance against David Edgecombe just before. Forehand from Katsuta Green. Scooped back by Nikhil Oja. Katsuta Green again on the forehand. Scooped back once more. This time down the line from Katsuta Green. And Oja
Touch. Deuce,
goes
deciding point.
down on
receiver's
the ball.
choice.
Back to Juice. Break and game point. So this is huge for Nikhil Oja. Can he level proceedings at 2-all? His second opportunity to do it. His first serve gets to Katsuta Green's forehand, who whips that down cross court. Oja gets there. He's just completely getting to everything,
Out.
but that time he
Wide.
scoops too far.
50 centimetres.
And another break goes the way of Arato
Dan
Katsuta Green.
Katsuta Green.
Can he hold this time
Katsuta
and
Green
finish
leads
it off?
by 3 games to 1.
I've thoroughly enjoyed this matchup.
Yeah, and I think that change of pace, even the change of serve pace has confused Arato a little bit.
15 love.
So was 7 from 7 on points on serve. Serving for the match now before he dropped 4 consecutive points before. Something that we didn't expect from 40 Love. Nikoloja got the break.
Into the net.
And now
30
30 Love. He's 2 points away.
2 points away from serving for the match.
That last point, well, last 2 points of that game, so important because it was 2 game points for Nikoloja to level the proceedings at 2 apiece. So, that one is an
Too many
ace.
bounces.
Nickel just
40 Love.
missed it. And all of a sudden he's rocketed to 40 Love again, but he's done it before. Can Oja do it again? Little bit of a kick serve. That one scooped up high with a bit of backspin. Takes it on the full, does Katsuta Green. Oja
Into the
hits
net.
into the net.
Game, set, and match. Katsuta Green by 4 games to 1.
And Arato Katsuta Green solves a very difficult problem in the speedy Nickel Oja. 4 games to 1. That is a brilliant performance from both. Nickel should hold his head up very high after that.
Yeah, and I think Nicola will be very happy to take the 1 game. You know, it's an awesome effort to take Arato to 4-1. Certainly mixed it up for him and made it hard for him.
That was really enjoyable to watch. Arato Katsuta Green gets the win 4 games to 1. That wraps us up for this session. We'll be back very shortly with more. And how good is this going to be? We get to see Ruben Fairbank in action up against Matthew DeVito in B3 men's singles. I'm very much looking forward to this. Jason Stubbs, thank you very much.
Thanks, Val. See you soon.
Pleasure to have your company, and pleasure to have your company at home as well. Val Furbo and Jason Stubbs signing off for now. We'll be back with Ruben Fairbank up against Matthew DeVito very shortly.
3 minutes. Two minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this B3 men's singles semi-final will be the best of one tiebreak set. To the left of the chair, Matthew DeVito. To the right of the chair, Ruben Fairbank. Fairbank won the toss and elected to serve.
B3 men's singles semi-final action. It's Ruben Fairbank up against Matthew DeVito. Val Febbo and Matt Clayton here with you at the NTC for the Blind and Low Vision Nationals in 2026.
1
Looking
minute.
forward to seeing the defending champ Ruben Fairbank in action. Matty, and he mesmerised us last year against Mick Lee in his first win at this level over the Superstar. So I cannot wait to see how this one pans out across the tiebreak set that we have.
Yeah, absolutely, Val. It should be a fantastic game. So, both South Australians competing here in this match. So, no doubt, while they face each other head-to-head at this level twice with a two-level record for Ruben, no doubt they will probably face each other a fair bit back in South Australia at club level. So, it should be a fascinating game. Ruben, obviously, he's an imposing figure. He's a tall man with a very strong build, but Matthew, he looks a very accomplished tennis player as well, so should be a fascinating semi-final match.
Certainly will, and this will be the last formats or different format that we'll see on this broadcast
First set,
today before
Ruben
the
Fairbank
B1
to serve.
singles
Ready?
comes into effect.
Play.
So Ruben Fairbank to serve first. I'm going to hand you over to Matty Clay.
Thanks, Val. So Ruben to serve from the top of your screen in the blue and white South Australian Blind and Low Vision tennis shirt. Good first serve out wide. Nice return from Matthew.
Into the net.
Both players
15 left.
left-handed, which is a little unusual. I see a lot of left-handers playing each other at this level. So it'd be very interesting to see the range of shots we see. It's Ruben once again. Good serve out to the forehand side.
Into the
Tries
net.
the forehand down the line and
15
just
all.
misses into the net. So 15 all.
You said my knowledge of clothing was good. To know the blue and white South Australian shirt, Matt.
I couldn't tell you what the label is though.
Out. Wide.
So good serve there
60
from Ruben.
centimetres.
The return just goes wide from
30,
Matthew.
15.
Yeah, send enough of those shirts around on different players to
Yeah.
know where they're from.
Fair enough.
Good serve there from Ruben into the body. Matthew
Into the
just
net.
return goes into the net
40, 15.
at 40-15.
So do we look like we're set for another showdown between Mick and Ruben in this competition?
Yeah, look, it could be, but look, with this match, anything at semi-final time, anything can happen. A lot of upsets. You get the hips on the serve. Anything can happen at this level. So good play here from Ruben. Continue to push the backhand side of Matthew DeVito here. Plays it down that line each time, just trying to exploit to see what that backhand's like, and then opens up with that cross-court forehand. As you probably would have expected, but a good return though from Matthew. Both players heading back towards the middle of the court. Backhand slice from Matthew brings Ruben towards the net. Plays back to the backhand side. This time the forehand back down to the backhand angle. This time forehand down the forehand side.
Into the net.
And Matthew, unfortunately,
Game
not able to get back
Fairbank.
over this time.
First game.
So first game goes to Ruben Fairbank in this semi-final.
Very impressive. And the rallying, I think we're going to see a lot of that, obviously, with the second bounce. That does increase the time length of rallies that we do see. But Matthew was able to scamper and get around really well, which was impressive because Ruben was moving him from side to side in that recent point.
Yeah, and certainly the style of both these players tend to use a bit more of the back of the court.
Yep.
So we'll utilise those two bounces, whereas someone like Mick Lee, he's a bit more of an aggressive player. So where he can, he'll more often than not, he'll try and take the ball on that first bounce.
Yeah, he doesn't like to go into the
No.
second bounce at all, does he?
Yeah, so as a result, the rallies here will be a bit longer because players will often wait to utilise that second bounce and then look at the angle. So it's quite a subtle, but it's a very different style of play.
Matthew DeVito to serve.
Obviously, less. There's more room for error when you're aggressive, whereas if defensive, you can usually get the ball back into play in some way.
So Matthew DeVito serving for the first time, down 1-love on serve. Ruben Fairbank looking to try and assert
the
some
net.
dominance already, see what he can do on return. First serve into the net. Second serve. On the second bounce, Fairbank goes to the backhand side and clips the tape on the way through there from Matthew DeVito. And then good placement
15.
from the left-handed forehand of Ruben Fairbank to get that under the racket of his fellow South Australian. 15-love, Matthew DeVito serving in a darker blue polo with grey shorts or black shorts as that forehand up the line on the return from Fairbank is
Into the
good.
net.
The reply into the net from
12-30.
DeVito. So Fairbank, love 30, 2 points away from a crucial break early on in this contest. First serve onto the forehand of Fairbank goes inside out. Forehand from DeVito. Now another forehand from Fairbank. Scooped backhand by DeVito. Fairbank on the second bounce goes inside out. DeVito with a high looping scoop. Fairbank goes in back behind him. And now he's going to be brought into the next. Scoops that wide. And Matthew
10
DeVito
centimetres.
on the board in his first service game.
15-30.
Yeah, well constructed point there, stayed in all the way through, and just cleared a shot. Yeah, so that'll give Matthew a lot of confidence.
So first serve to the forehand of Fairbank. Ran around it, was going to the backhand, but decided, nope, I'm going to try and keep on my forehand here. That is, well, I
Into
thought
the
if
net.
it went over, that was going to be real problems for
15-40.
Ruben Fairbank, but didn't quite get there. In the end, 15-40 is the score. First serve. Up the line from Fairbank on return. High scooped forehand from DeVito. Fairbank really trying to attack here. Didn't want to come into the net. The shot from DeVito really good. Forced Fairbank to run, but on the second bounce he got there. And now they exchange in some rallies up the middle of the court. Cross court forehand from both now. And DeVito manages to keep it in just. Down the line goes Fairbank this time. Really good point from both of them. Backhand slice from Fairbank. That almost died on DeVito, but he kept going and he kept pushing through the point, grunting with exertion at every ground stroke, but he is getting through. Fairbank now moving into the net, trying to attack again. And DeVito gets there this time, but can Fairbank put it away? He goes back in behind him, and on the third bounce, he
Many
gets the point.
bounces.
Point of the match so far,
Game
maybe even the
Fairbank.
tournament. He breaks and
Fairbank
leads
leads
2-love.
by 2
Yeah,
games to
absolutely
love.
high quality there from both players. Really had control of what they were doing, but in the end, just a little bit of touch from Ruben Fairbank in the end. But wow, what a great point.
That was exhilarating. Rather exhausted, to be honest.
So it's 2-love now to Ruben Fairbank. So the Australian #1 ranked player. Now to serve from the bottom of your screen. Matthew DeVito, the Australian #7 ranked player, at the top of your screen. Good first serve into the body of Matthew DeVito. Plays the ball beautifully back down the line. Cross-court forehand from Matthew. Forehand down the line from Ruben. Backhand back to the middle of the court there from Matthew DeVito. Ruben Fairbank with a
Out.
little dink over the net.
Wide.
And unfortunately, Matthew just not
80
able to get the ball
centimetres.
over and into the court.
15 love.
So Ruben goes out to a 15-love lead.
How much has the word dinks become used since pickleball has become a thing or become more and more popular?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think it's one that I just remember from childhood, but it's definitely a term you hear a lot more these days.
I did some
Into
of the pickleball at the AO this year, and it's a good sport to call, actually.
Absolutely.
Good fun.
First serve goes into the net there from Ruben Fairbanks. The second serve, underarm, brings Matthew forward. Forehand down the line from Fairbank. Backhand slice from Matthew. Inside out forehand from Ruben. Backhand slice there from Matthew. Forehand cross court this time from Ruben. Yeah,
Too
well
many
played.
bounces.
Opened up the court and then
30
put that
love.
ball away. Really smart play from the Australian number 1.
Mick Lee, the Australian number 2, but the world number 1.
Yes, one of that was, I think we mentioned yesterday,
Yeah.
one of those great anomalies. Just different timings in terms of where the rankings take place. Also, Mick competes a bit more at the international level. Good serve out wide there from Ruben Fairbank. Good return from Matthew to the middle of the court. Forehand down the line there from Ruben. Inside out forehand from Ruben this time. Backhand slice from Matthew.
Into the
Unfortunately,
net.
just goes into the net.
40 love.
So Ruben goes out to 40 love. Ruben starting to assert himself a little bit more on this game.
He's been really impressive, finding his way around the court.
Yeah, first serve. Well, I thought it got along, but must just clip the back of the line. Forehand down the line there from
Too
Ruben
many
Fairbank.
bounces.
Beautifully placed. Not
Game
trying to overhit the ball
Fairbank.
at all, but just this placement
Fairbank
to perfection.
leads by 3
So
games
he goes
to
out to a
love.
3-love lead here in the opening set.
I think when athletes have that second bounce, you have to start focusing on your placement a little bit. Yes, power is obviously a key, but if you can place it well, especially with how this ball does bounce, I think that's almost more important than finding that power.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So both players just taking a moment to have a drink here. It was interesting. I was chatting to Ruben before we started play today, and apart from the fact he was wearing an Adelaide Crows jumper very proudly after their win last night.
Can you blame him?
Well, no, true. They're playing pretty well at the moment. He was saying he sounded very relaxed about most things, which is often the case with Ruben. Pretty mild-mannered and one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. But yeah, he's definitely very relaxed this week.
I don't blame him. And last night, I think would have made him feel pretty damn good.
Absolutely.
As Matthew
He-
DeVito steps to the forecourt to serve. Gets it to the forehand of Fairbank, who pushes that right to the line. And now he's overcrowded himself thanks to the reply from DeVito as they exchange forehands up the line. The middle of the court. Ruben really trying to run around on that forehand. Doesn't really want to hit his backhand.
Out
And
wide.
error comes
50
from
centimeters.
Matthew DeVito.
Love 15.
So already a small opportunity for Fairbank to find his way through and gain a double break. First serve to the forehand of Fairbank, who goes cross court. DeVito replies with one up the middle, and Fairbank just really opening it up with the racket face there, and now he's got control of the point. Goes up the middle of the court and
Into the
crowds
net.
DeVito. Love 30.
Love 30.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly the right word for it there. Just crowded him deep and a little bit of top spin. Unfortunately, came into Matthew's body a little bit too much.
Into the net.
DeVito's first serve just hit down on it a little bit too much. Second serve. Loops it over on the second bounce. Fairbank goes up the line, and on this second bounce, DeVito gets there. Opening the racket face really well was Fairbank. He can put this one away, and he does. DeVito's
many
quick,
bounces.
but not that quick.
Love 40.
Love 40. Yeah, great work there once again from Ruben Fairbank. It's interesting. He's an imposing figure. He's a strong man, but he's all the touch in the world.
Yep.
Not trying to overhit the ball at all.
And sometimes that's just knowing your opponent as the
Yeah,
first
100%.
serve goes from DeVito. Well, that is a wonderful return. You didn't know where that was going.
Game
And
Fairbank.
speaking of the touch,
Fairbank
he's
leads
got it
by
in
4
spades.
games to love.
4 games to love. Gets a double break. Will serve for a 5-love lead.
Yeah, great work there from Ruben. Really starting to assert himself on this match, which I think you'll comment on earlier. But it's really clear, just trying to take a bit more control of what's happening. The fact we've seen him at the net a couple of times really showcases that. Ruben now serving from the top of your screen. Good serve. Lovely return for Matthew. Both players back towards the middle of the court. Once
Into the
again,
net.
forehand there for
15
Ruben. Just
love.
cramps. Matthew DeVito for space. And not able to get that ball up and over the net. 15 love to Ruben. We've got a lot of South Australians up here on the balcony. I'm not sure who they're actually going for. I think they've been encouragement for both players. It's Fairbank. Good play from Ruben. Lovely touch. Gets the ball over
Too
the
many
net.
bounces.
Yeah, lovely work from Ruben. Gets that
30
ball
love.
right at his toes and gets it back over. I think I just heard from a couple of players. I think they're actually going for Matthew here. Going for the underdog. I think it may have come from a Port Adelaide supporter, so maybe that may have skewed the response there. Ruben Fairbank, good serve.
Whoa,
Ooh, serve just
long.
goes a little bit long.
5 centimeters.
Thought it might have just got with the back of the line.
Oh, he's been mighty impressive. Not missing a beat.
Yeah, lovely serve. Nice and easy serve there from Ruben.
Into
Took all the
net.
pace out of it, which I think
40 love.
actually caught Matthew a little bit by surprise. A lot of Ruben's serves so far have been deep and into the body. That one there just sort of looped over the net. So Matthew taking a chance just to calm himself, which is a fabulous idea. Something people don't necessarily do enough of here. So just regrouping. Fairbank at 40 love. First serve into the body. Lovely forehand return though from Matthew. Inside out forehand from Ruben. Once again comes to the net. Backhand drop shot. Oh, Matthew goes to
Out
aggressive
wide,
forehand, but
1
unfortunately
meter.
just tails out.
Game Fairbank.
So that's going to Fairbank.
Fairbank
He's up to
leads
5
by
love lead
5
here.
games to love.
Matthew's eyes almost lit up a little bit too much there. You could tell with how quick and how excited he was when he got to the ball, and I think just got too close to it, and in the end had to sort of try and rejig where he hit that forehand and went out of play. So 5 love. He's 1 game away. Is Ruben Fairbank from another final. Back-to-back years. It was a momentous occasion for him in 2025. Back in July 2025, getting that win over Mick Lee in what was a really impressive display. So what can he do this year? He wants that showdown again with Mick at the highest level, but he's still got to finish off this contest. 5 games to love. He's 1 away.
Yeah, absolutely. So look, both players just getting ready to come back out, just haven't come back through their bios. Some fun facts from both players, which are a little bit different. So for Ruben, fun fact, it plays the bass guitar, so a bit of a muso. And for Matthew, well, can cross all fingers and toes. That's something a lot of us can do. Cross court
Into the
forehand
net.
there from Matthew, just goes
Love
into the net.
15.
So love 15. He was really good on return in his last return game. The first one from Matty DeVito, he did quite well his first service game as his first serve goes
Fault long. 50 centimeters.
goes long. Should say 50 or 15?
I think it was 50.
Okay.
They looked quite long.
Second serve to the forehand of Fairbank. That one clips the tape from DeVito. Now Fairbank into the net. That time he doesn't get as much purchase as he would have liked, so he's going to have to probably come back in. Goes with that inside-out forehand again, guides it up
Into
the
the
line.
net.
Bit of side spin, bit of
Love
drift.
30.
Not bad.
Nah, very good indeed there from Ruben. Once again, coming to that net whenever he can. So a real change of tactic here.
First serve to the forehand of Fairbank. High looping ball from DeVito. Another looping forehand. Fairbank tried to go up the line. That missed. That surely missed. Not called.
Too many bounces.
And too
Love
many
40.
bounces. Love 40 match point. That was, well.
Umpire is always right.
Yep. Love 40. 3 match points. Good deep breath taken by Matthew DeVito. Goes to the forehand of Fairbank.
Out
That
wide.
one was out.
50 centimeters.
By 50
50.
centimetres
Yep.
apparently.
Yep.
So there we go.
So, got the point back in the end, but probably should be 30 all right now. Matthew DeVito can't focus on that. Still 2 match points for Ruben Fairbank. Goes on the second bounce, inside out forehand. DeVito scoops it up with the backhand. Fairbank again coming forward towards the net. He's trying to work DeVito all around the court, but he's pretty quick, is Matthew DeVito. Again, Fairbank trying to work DeVito around the court, clip the net tape. That landed in. Fairbank gets their backhand slice. And he had so much work on it that it bounced more than enough for him.
6 games to love.
And he gets the job done. 6 games to love. Ruben Fairbank, what a performance.
Yeah, no, look, a quality performance there from Ruben Fairbank, as we expected. But look, Matthew can definitely hold his head high. Battled really well, some fantastic rallies throughout that match. So really what we expect to see in the semi-final. So Ruben through to his, as you said before, his second consecutive men's singles semi-final at the B3 category. So we'll see who he's up against, but yeah, good to see him through.
Yes, certainly. So he's into the final. We'll await to see who he's going to play, but a very well-deserved run to the final. Ruben Fairbank gets through with a bagel. And up next, we're going to have a little bit of a break to set up the B1 court, but it's B1 men's singles once again, and Paul Patterson up against Mikhail Liakos. Paul was very good yesterday in his match against Ben Rowe. That was brilliant to watch, and looking forward to seeing what he can bring this afternoon. Matty, thank you very much.
Good work, Val.
Thank you, and we'll catch you all soon for Paul Patterson against Mikhail Liakos.
We've got a really strong program of juniors in Australia, so that's what we were trying to expose today. We actually simulated some serving, and then we did some basic shots back and forth. It's special for the kids, absolutely. They'll go away remembering this forever.
All Abilities Day, I think, is extremely special. People who are vision impaired can participate and play tennis.
We actually can be quite good tennis players, and we started at a young age like regular tennis players, and we progressed through.
Last year, I was selected to represent Australia at the World Games in Birmingham, and I came out with a bronze medal.
There are so many other juniors out there who are blind with low vision that don't realise that this is an opportunity for them. So it's great for both the kids, and it's also excellent for the sport.
When my parents asked me what sport I wanted to play, I like Novak Djokovic, so I said tennis. I'm more active now, I think, and it's also a very sociable sport, and I've made a lot of friends.
No matter what you have, it can't stop you from doing whatever you want and achieving your dreams.
In the future, sometime, I would like to see blind tennis, some like sort of mainstream event next to wheelchair tennis or something in the Australian Open. Once I win my 1 Grand Slam, then I'm done with tennis. I'll just play for fun. Okay.
But you have to train every day, Carla, and exercise, and do those planks that you don't like.
I don't have time for that. I only hold planks for less than 10 seconds and then I'm out.
There's room for improvement there.
When I first applied for the role of Minister for Everybody, some people said I didn't have a leg to stand on. But everything changed once I got a foot in the door. There it is over there. I'm here to tell you that tennis is for everybody. Every age, every stage, every identity, every ability. So come on, everybody, let's have a hit. Tennis for everybody.
Tennis, because it is so technical, it is so difficult to perfect. Once you get the rewards you want, it is just seriously the best feeling in the entire world, and I really want to strive for that feeling all the time.
In 2019, we ran a development hub. Courtney came across, and that was her first taste of blind tennis. She's, since that time, trained really hard. It continues to amaze me what some of these athletes do.
You have to wait for the ball to bounce on the court before I can actually think about how I'm going to hit it.
It's modified tennis, it's audible tennis, so players need to utilise either what vision they do have and combine that with tracking and listening skills to locate the ball. Just really proud of the way she's developed and overcome some challenges.
When Courtney was in primary school, she knew she was different, had a little bit of bullying to deal with. I just gave her some advice saying, look, instead of being upset, find a sport that you enjoy and channel those feelings into your sport.
She's now seeing that success. She's taken out the Women's B2 Championships in Victoria, Queensland and Sydney.
The majority of my friends that I have now are from tennis and from sport, and because everyone's going through the same thing or something similar, we kind of bond over that. We've teamed up the last 2 tournaments now.
We talk probably most days, and to have that friendship on and off the court is incredible. The people you surround yourself make a huge difference no matter what you do. I think that's the most important part.
I get to meet a lot of new people, I get to overcome mental and physical challenges. I've always loved to inspire and motivate others, especially those with vision impairments. I really want to prove that you can do it. Just come give it a go. You're never going to know if you don't come give it a shot.
This is the 2026 Blind Low Vision Showdown, Team Australia versus Team World, the 16 best players across the world, and today are the deciding rubbers.
This is actually a world first event here at the AO. There's actually players from 6 different countries, including Australia.
So this event incorporates all blind and low vision sport classes from B1 with not much sight at all to B4, still legally blind but a little bit more sight, and we have modifications to the court. We also have modifications to the ball.
The ball is a soft ball with a rustle in it, and I have 2 bounces and not 1 bounce. I enjoy so much the sun, and the atmosphere was so good.
I just played a match against one of my great rivals, Ivan from Great Britain. I managed to get up today in straight sets. It feels amazing to be playing here at Melbourne Park in front of friends and family and other supporters at the BLV community, and I fulfilled a boyhood dream playing in the Australian Open.
1, 2, 3.
I did play tennis when I was younger before my eyesight deteriorated to a level where I couldn't play regular tennis anymore. It was hard emotionally. If I didn't have this sport, I wouldn't be playing sport full stop.
First time Caroline and I have been able to play doubles together to come out today and take the victory, and it's not just a win for ourselves on the board, it's the win for Australia. To have actual fans come in and watch and the general public to see what this sport's all about is incredible.
It's great for anyone who is a young child that is visually impaired or blind, that they have someone to inspire to and that they can see what can happen if they really put themselves towards playing blind tennis.
We're finally seeing the numbers pick up and a lot more interest, awareness is building around the world. Hopefully more Grand Slams pick it up and eventually the Paralympics.
3 minutes. Just fixing the tape lines, because I didn't want you guys to trip or it to move. 2 minutes. One minute.
B1 singles about to get underway. Paul Patterson, another look at him after last night where he played Ben Rowe. That was a brilliant contest. Went all the way to a tiebreak. He's playing Mikhail Liakos. And both of these two look like they're ready to go. The warm-ups well and truly done. Had a little bit of a halt in play or in warm-ups just because of the tape and the tactile in the line. Just umpire didn't want them to trip over, so we just had to redo that. But we are almost ready to go. Val Febo is my name as we get a nice little return there on the warm-up. Jason Stubbs, well, if that's anything we can look forward to, then it's going to be a good match.
Yeah, good afternoon, Val. Looking forward to this one. First B1 match for the day for us.
So B1 singles, of course, we play one tiebreak set.
20 more seconds.
And things are getting hot in here. The vest has come off. Paul means business. Wearing an all grey get up, and this is channeling his inner Roger Federer from 09 Wimbledon, playing tennis in a belt.
I just need to do a quick
Yes, he's very stylish.
Yep. I like it.
Ladies
Nothing
and
like a
gentlemen,
matching uniform.
this B1 men's match will consist of one tiebreak set. To the left of the chair, Paul Patterson. To the right of the chair, Mikhail Liakos. Liakos won the toss and elected to serve. First set, Mikhail Liakos to serve. Ready, play.
So here we go, Mikhail Liakos to serve, wearing an all-black kit as he gets the first serve in, and his return last night was...
And it was a little wide to the right.
His serving last night was...
15
receiving last night, Paul Patterson, sorry, was really good against Ben Rowe. Serving could have used a little bit more work at times, and Ben had a lot of chances to get breaks, had 2 games where he got up 15-40, and some really good serving from Paul helped him as goes down 30 love. And watching the warm-ups, Mikhail actually has a really good first serve. He goes underarm, and he gets really good pace on it, which is impressive.
It's a powerful underarm serve, isn't it?
Sure is.
Fault into the net.
First
the
serve
top bit of the net.
goes into the net. So Paul Patterson
Fault.
gets on the board.
The ball was wide to the left by about 2 meters.
And this can be the problem with someone that does
30,
serve
15.
with a little bit more pace than what we normally see. They can miss a lot easier. That serve goes in. Paul very close on return. Couldn't quite get there. 40-15.
40-15.
Well, the service square's a lot smaller, isn't it? So
it is.
Yeah, very limited to missing it. Paul last night showed us how good a returner he is.
Yeah. Really launched back into that match, didn't he?
Too many bounces. Game, Liakos. First game.
So, Mikhail Liakos wins the first game in quick time. 1 game to love. He's got Jared Evans down there with him as his director. Jared was with us last year volunteering and still remains well and truly involved in it, which is great. He's a mad Hawthorn supporter. He's going to be very happy tomorrow afternoon at 1:10 p.m. or between the hours of 1:10 p.m. and 3 p.m. I reckon, when they play Richmond. Of course, I'm a Richmond supporter, so thankfully I'll be on a plane and won't have to watch it.
Yeah, and like all vision impaired tennis or blind tennis, we need those supporters, and particularly the B1s.
Exactly, and it is great to see.
Paul Patterson to serve.
So Paul Patterson, his first service game of the match. Gets that serve in. Mikhailiakos got there on the third bounce, but only just rolled
15 love.
Yeah, he trailed to the ball very nicely there, Mikhail, but unfortunately just a few more bounces and didn't get it in time.
I think we're going to see Mikhail do some really good work on return here. He hit a couple in the warm-ups that really impressed me, so if he can just figure out his range and just get his hearing in order, I think it's going to be really good for his chances in this contest. I have a feeling this one won't go to a tie-break.
Let's first service.
And you got Mikhail in the all black pants and black shirt.
I like it. They're both matching. All grey, v all black. But Mikhail doesn't have a belt, and that detracts from the ensemble. As Paul Patterson misses his first
wide
serve.
to the right by about 20 centimetres.
Called there by the umpire, 20 centimetres wide.
It's good to hear the calling as well on mic today. It gives the viewers an understanding of what the players actually look for in an umpire calling. There's a bit more to it than just sitting there and saying 15 love and calling points.
Yeah, and I guess for the umpires, we have a few variations of calling and different things for the different divisions, and so it's hard to keep up.
So Paul Patterson. Launching in for his second serve here at 15 love. Couple of double faults to the juice court. It was where he was struggling a little bit more last night. That time does well.
Too many bounces.
And Mikhailiakos almost did even better.
Love.
30 love.
Yeah, he struggled last night hitting across his body a little bit.
Yep.
So
that was sort of, when you're looking at the screen, if you are able to see it, Paul would sort of go straight on, and that's where he would miss on the juice court. So let's see what he can do today and if he's made any improvements on that overnight. Paul Patterson, first serve is in, and Mikhail just couldn't quite get the swing. Double touch. He got it back too.
Yeah,
So
unfortunately,
he
the first
hit it
bounce
twice.
just hit the racket, and then the second lot he hit it over.
He hit the ball twice.
Yeah, as we heard from the umpire, they're hitting the ball twice.
It went over the net. That's why I'm saying he hit it twice.
Paul Patterson going to a 40 love lead.
40 love.
To the ad court. Can see Mikhail just trying to find his return position and return stance. Stands a lot further back than a lot of other athletes have done so far.
Into the net, the top half of the net.
Yeah, just using his feet there on the tactile.
Yep.
People that mightn't have watched any B1 before, the lines are actually tactile for them.
Second serve is good. Managed to scoop it in and got the return point.
Paul, your shot was short.
Yeah, great shot there by Mikhail. Getting it back over the net. 40-15 keeps him in the game.
And you may have seen there that sort of the ball may have touched his racket twice on that point. And why is that different to the last shot? It's because if there's two different swings and you double touch, that's illegal. But if there's two touches on the same swing, that's fine. Almost there on the return, but too many bounces. Paul Patterson, on the board. But the return prowess of Mikhailiakos already there for us to see. Very impressed with the young man's game so far.
Yeah, I think I agree with you too, Val. He's standing fair way back, so I'm not too sure who he trains with and stuff as well. Maybe he plays with someone that hits the ball a lot harder.
Fun fact for Mikhailiakos, he is bilingual. Loves Thanasi Kokkinakis as a tennis player. And the return in... No, he got it long.
It was long by about 20 centimetres.
just too much on it there, did
15 love.
Paul Patterson. Looked good. Not quite. So he's only 15 years of age, Mikhail Liakos.
Fault.
It's funny you
The
say
ball
that
is wide to the
Kokonakis
left
is
by about 20
his because I actually coached Kokonakis' cousin in blind cricket. So, yeah.
How'd he go?
Yeah, he wasn't a bad B1 player.
Yep.
Yeah, Pete. Yeah, doing a bit of judo these days.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Yeah.
Fault.
Double
The ball is
fault.
wide to the left by about 30 centimetres.
So 15 all.
15 all.
Paul Patterson finds himself in the middle in a central returning
Fault.
position. Faults.
The ball is wide to the left by about 10 centimetres.
So is there a chance here at 15 all? Second serve. Can he get himself to 15-30 and find a break? They are as rare as they come. Breaks of serve.
Yeah, we went through a whole game yesterday, didn't we? And it was 6 all, and then suddenly we had 3 or 4 breaks in the tiebreaker.
Yeah. Yeah, the first match between Lynette Wilson and Isabella Allen. What a serve.
Too many bounces.
Yeah, great serve there by Mikhail.
Genuine
30-15.
rocket in this B1 format. You don't see many faster than that. Second serve, so risky.
For your reference, Paul, that shot was going to go wide to the right.
Yeah, a little bit different than Ben Rowe's overarm, but yeah, certainly got some pace on there for Mikhail.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you were to get it, it was wide to the right.
So Mikhail
Fault.
Liakos
The
just
ball
missing.
was wide to the left by about 20 centimetres.
He just missed, but it was a great return there
Mhm.
by Paul Patterson.
Yeah. Sensational return.
Fault.
So-
The ball was wide to the left by about a metre.
Both of them sort of having this underarm serve, as we can see now. They're both right-handers to the juice court. They both sort of have the issue where they miss to the left, and the ball sort of has a leftward trajectory in
30
mid-flight.
Yeah, and I personally think it's their feet position, depending on where your feet are, and their feet were aimed that way, so tends to be where you hit the ball.
So 30 all, chance for Paul Patterson here. Can he get a return? Kaliakos gets it in. Paul was there, almost very, very close.
Into the net.
Just hitting up on the triangle of the racket,
40,
and unfortunately
30.
not getting coming over, but tracking it very well there, Paul. Mikhail about to serve. Up 40-30.
Fault. The ball was wide to the left by about a metre.
Again, another double fault
The ball was wide to the left by
to
about 20
the
centimetres.
ad court.
Yeah, you might have noticed there. His left foot's actually behind his right foot, so it's opened his
Juice.
body up to hit across the line.
So now this is a really big point coming up. Juice court. He's won every point in this direction. Or, sorry, in this, well, serving sort of towards his left. As Mikhail Liakos would want to nail the first serve. Won't want to put himself under pressure, the 15-year-old. Paul Patterson really listening, using all of his senses.
The
First
ball
serve
was wide to the left by about 40 centimetres.
is wide. Bit of danger here for Mikhail Liakos. Stands a little bit wider for his second serve. And he has missed
Into the
it.
net.
So that's a
The ball was
fourth
short
double
as well.
fault of the game
Bouncing it into the net.
for Mikhail Liakos.
And was a little bit wide to the left.
A break point.
You might
Advantage
find in
Patterson.
some sports, particularly the B1s, they might work with a certain director or a certain coach that might pick up things, and unfortunately sometimes we've got helpers that might know the player as well.
So where does he go?
Let's first service.
Let's. It was so close. First serve again. Mikhail Liakos gets it in, and the return comes off the throat of the racket.
Juice.
Back to Juice. You're not going to get many better chances than that.
Yeah, I thought Paul Patterson was going to get that.
He looked set for it too. So this Titanic third game continues. Paul Patterson would love to get the break early.
Fault. The ball was wide to the left by about 40 centimetres.
First serve wide. That was actually the first point that he'd won serving to the ad court in this game.
Yeah, he's opening himself up a little bit here, which is good.
Mikaliakos, second serve.
Fault. The ball was wide to the left by
Double
about
fault.
40 centimetres.
Number 5 in this game. So break point.
Advantage Patterson.
Number 2 to Paul Patterson. And he needs to find something here, does Mikaliakos.
Yeah, big chance from Paul here. Australia's number 2 player. Usually a great returner of the ball.
First serve. He's in. Up the tee, and he almost got it. Got racket to it for the second consecutive break point. But goes downwards, not upwards. Back to Juice. Juice 3.
Yeah, big chance gone begging there. Mikhail just working himself off from the centre line, getting in the right position.
First serve is a lovely one.
Bounces. Advantage Liakos.
Well, this would be a lovely game to get out of because his return has been good so far, Mikaliakos. Saw that throughout the warm-up.
See Paul crouching in a little bit there, and the director's helping him come back to the baseline.
Mikaliakos
Fault. The ball was wide to the left by about a metre and a
goes
half.
wide. If he double faults here, Paul Patterson's going to be like, are you serious? Why have you done this now? On game point. You had 2 break points to do it. Second serve. Mikaliakos, game point to go 2-1 in front. Second serve is in on the tee, and the scoop return is missed. And you can just see
Liakos.
Paul looks up at the
Liakos
heavens
leads by 2
and
games to 1.
says, you're kidding me. 2 break points have come and gone. 2 games to 1. On serve, Mikaliakos in front.
He did well there. He come across a little bit further to the left to give himself open up across court in the service. So that was yeah, really well done. Just heading off court now. Paul Patterson just getting a bit of help to come around the court. So Paul will be at the bottom of the screen when we come back.
Yeah, very impressive from Mikhail to just show the mentality to get those serves in. Hits. In the end, it was, 5 double faults in that game. So I think that's just something he's going to have to be aware of. Paul is a good returner. We saw that last night. And sometimes it's interesting to see the difference in return stance. Some use the sort of scoop method where they've got 2 hands on the grip, and some prefer to go one-handed. Is there a preference for you as a coach, Jason, that you've seen across your time where one works better than the other, or is it just dependent from player to player?
One thing I think with the scoop is you've actually got your head in line where the ball's going to bounce,
Yeah.
and you're tracking it well there, and as long as you can get that scoop straight up, it might make it a little bit easier.
Less variation to open the racket face as well.
Yeah, yeah. But then again, I have seen some of the top players around the world that do it the other way. So, yeah. But to start off with, I think that'd be the easiest way to start.
So they make their way back to the line, and it's Paul Patterson to get us underway. First serve incoming. Gets it over the nets, and he was there. He was set. Both of them using that scoop technique in terms of their returns.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Mikhail was just a little bit deep, and by the time the ball got to him in the third bounce, it was very low.
Well, it's different considering what we saw across yesterday and what we're used to seeing. You're standing more inside or closer to the service box. Obviously, you want to give yourself room to allow the ball to bounce once to understand where it is, but very difficult to do it standing further back. First serve into the net. Paul Patterson gets the second serve in. Mikhail there, scooped it back in really well. And Paul was there, touched it down.
15 all.
So the return game of Mikhail Liakos, really impressive. He's already got 2 points from a return across his return game and a half so far. I think that's going to apply some pressure.
Yeah, great return there by Mikhail. If he can get a few more of those in, he put a lot of pressure on Paul's serve.
Paul Patterson serving to the juice court. Return is out.
The ball was wide to the left by about 30 centimetres.
He's making good contact. Setting himself
30-50.
really well is Mikhail Liakos. That was not far away at all.
Yeah, he's definitely tracking to the ball well and getting good racket position there. Just hitting it wide, unfortunately, by about 30 centimetres. Paul just feeling for where his feet position there on the tactile.
Paul Patterson gets it in. Liakos set.
Too many bounces.
And no good. Goes through the legs.
40-15.
40-15. Paul Patterson. Well, the good thing for Paul is that he hasn't, when serving to the ad court, I think I said it was the juice court that he was having troubles with last night. It was the ad court, apologies. He hasn't missed yet.
Yeah, no, he's rectified that today, which is really good.
Paul Patterson,
Fault.
first serve is
The ball was wide to the right by about 30 centimetres.
explained by the umpire beautifully.
Yeah, we might have put the commentator's curse on him there.
Well, this is to the juice court. To the ad court was where he was having his problems. So this is all on him. And he nails the second serve really well. Scooped back in. Another wondrous return from Mikhail Liakos. That's 2 for the game.
Out.
Yeah, that was it. That was really
wide
good.
to the right by about 3 metres.
Tracked it well, got it over the net, placed right in the
40,
corner.
30.
Nothing Paul could do with that.
And you can't help but think if that return that he hit before but hit out had have gone in, this would be break point.
Yeah.
Of course, we're dealing in ifs, buts and maybes, but in absolutes, he didn't. Paul still has game point.
I'm needing someone to fix the court on court 1, the lines on court 1.
A little bit of an issue with the line communicated by the umpire, but I think we're okay.
Paul just doing a few stretches there as well.
Yep. So game point. Are we going to juice again? He gets this serve.
The ball was long by about 20 centimetres.
Long. Looked good. Mikhail wasn't there. Second serve incoming. Needs to nail this. Doesn't want to have to go to juice.
Just making sure he's in the right position.
Second serve is good. He's there. Is Mikhail Liakos. He gets it on the line.
Outs.
And outs on the
The ball
reply.
was long by about 30 centimetres.
Wow.
Juice.
How on earth did that return go in?
And we're at juice.
Yes, we are. That went about a million different ways in the air, didn't it, Jason?
It swirled around there like at the MCG, didn't it?
Yep. Like a seagull circling for someone's chips. So back to juice for the second game in a row. 2 game points saved. This has been a returning masterclass from Mikhail Liakos. First serve for Paul Patterson. Is in up the tee, and
Too
that
many
is
bounces.
just way too good.
Advantage Patterson.
Yeah, ace. It's a good way to pull it out.
Yep. That's what he did last night when he was in trouble. Down 15-40, 2 games in a row against Ben Rowe. And pulled out those serves exactly down the tee. That's sort of the old faithful
Yeah, it's not a bad spot for a B1 to play the serve because most B1s will stand in the corner. So down the line is obviously very hard to track the ball to.
First serve is good.
Short. Game, Patterson.
Mikaliakos got
2 games
racket
all.
to it. And this cat and mouse game is continuing. 2 games all, but both have had some severe troubles on serve already.
Yeah, both players returning the ball well, so both struggling
Ladies
with their
and
own
gentlemen,
serves.
the
But
lines on the court are
we've got the young and the old that are returning the ball well.
being ripped
Just a few
out
more
and
repairs
unsafe
done
to
on the,
play,
on
so
the
we're just
court
fixing
here.
them for now. And then play will resume. And then far end over here.
So you can just see on the far end that the tape has deviated slightly on the back right portion of the court. So that will just get fixed as Jared gets down, and play will resume momentarily, probably only about 20 seconds away from resumption. But yeah, this has been an enthralling battle so far. 4 games played. We've had 2 deuces already, break point opportunities for Paul Patterson, but I feel as though the tie break might elude one of these 2 players today, and we might end up with a break of serve the way that it's been going. Maybe even multiple. Who knows?
Yeah, and as we've seen with the B1s, it tends to be the first 4 games, 5 games in a match. It's pretty standard, but then once they get the hang of it, we can see some break points, and be nice to see something before a tiebreaker.
Yep.
Especially if you're the player and you'd much rather go in without having to go into a tiebreaker.
Yeah, you just don't want to have to go to one, do you?
Just making sure all the lines are correct now. We've got Jack out here as well, so we've got the boss out on court.
Of course, a fantastic weekend of sport around Australia. Got NRL, AFL, World Cup final on this weekend as well, which is very exciting. And of course, we have this,
Ladies
which
and
is
gentlemen, the lines have been fixed. Play will now resume.
brilliant as play is about to resume.
What's your tip, Val? World Cup.
Now, this is a bit self-indulgent, but at the start of the event, my dad asked me who I thought was going to win. I picked Spain, but then I said Spain, France, Argentina, or England. They were the 4 semi-finalists.
Too many bounces.
As the first serve goes the
15
way
love.
of first point goes the way of Mikaliakos, and I picked Spain, but I would love to see Lionel Messi win another World Cup. So either way, just hopefully it's a good final. Serve. Ooh, I really thought that one missed, and umpire said no.
love.
Okay. How'd that look to you?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. Yeah, well, I tipped Argentina at the start of the competition. So,
Oh, well, look at you.
But I do think Spain is looking good. But France looked good too, didn't they?
did.
So
Well, I think the photo of Messi bathing Lamine Yamal when early on, or I think
Into the net.
first
top
serve
off of the
into
net.
the net. Yeah, that famous photo, and people are saying that's where Messi transferred his powers to, as second serve coming up.
40 love.
yeah, great second
Yep.
serve there by Mikhail, right in the corner.
And this is exactly what he needed to do. This was where all of his problems were happening in the last game. 5 double faults. Hasn't hit one yet. 40 love. And his returning game has been better than Paul's so far, even though Paul did have a couple of break points. They were from double faults. Mikhail's actually getting
Into the
racket
net.
to the ball.
Yeah, he's
It
tracking
was
the
the
ball
bottom
well
half
when
of the net, and it was
receiving.
going to the left as well. Wide to the left.
Just come across court now to serve. I like this.
Kaliakos. Just waiting.
Bit of noise down on ground level, I think.
And then double
Fault.
faults.
Just hit the top of the net.
Dropped over the wrong side.
40-15.
Yeah, the angle right then, but yeah, unfortunately just hit the top of the net and dropped on his side, which is not
Juice.
good. 40-15, he's still got a good chance.
First serve is good.
Into the net. And it was going wide to the left. I mean, right, sorry.
Paul Patterson goes into the net, so 3-2
Game
on serve.
Game Liakos. Liakos
Yeah, that was
leads
a lot
by
more
3 games
convincing,
to
wasn't
2.
it, that service game?
Exactly what he needed. So change of ends. And Mikhail Liakos in front 3 games to 2. What can he do on return here? And this is something that, yeah, we both noticed in the warm-up, that he was actually getting racket to it and performing really well and finding where the ball was.
Yeah, and I've noticed that Paul Patterson has changed his helper now. He's actually got Dave Gordon out there helping him, so I'm not too sure if they've done much together, but Dave's jumped on court, which he always does. Dave's always put a lot of time into blind tennis, and even though as a player, he helps a lot of other players as well. Michaela's just taking a little bit longer for a drinks break. Dave Gordon just having a talk to Paul now.
Yep.
Dave's travelling with the Australian team actually over to the Worlds.
Very nice.
Told me he's really looking forward to it. So
where's that? Well, I'll do some digging.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think it was same as they went last year. I'm just trying to think where it was. Australia's got a big team going over, so yeah, a couple of players there making their own way over as well. So Australia's very strong, as we know.
Well, we've seen that over the course of the day and a half so far. Lithuania is where it is.
15 love.
You ever been to Lithuania before?
No, unfortunately I haven't. Sounds like a really nice place to go and visit.
Have heard some very good things. Ricardas Berankis territory, if you're thinking of ATP. He's probably the most notable tennis player that's come out of Lithuania before. Paul Patterson, 15 love, serving to the ad court. Towards Mikhail Liakos, he gets it in. Liakos gets it back, and the returning game of this young 15-year-old continues to mesmerise us.
Yeah, that was a great return.
I think from a Paul Patterson point of view, I reckon he's going to need to try and find the tee.
Yeah.
Because when you're hitting it out wide, and where Mikhail Liakos is standing, he's giving himself enough time to actually set himself.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a thing, isn't it? You're fraught with danger with going down the tee and missing, but it is a lot harder shot for the person to return. So
Patterson, double faults.
The ball was wide to the left by about 10 centimetres.
And he made the return too, did Mikhail Liakos.
Yeah, he got to that one as well, wide as well. So, as you said, probably down the tee might be the way to go.
So what does he do here? Does Mikhail Liakos get a little bit of breathing space in this game? Can he try and find something at 15 all? Paul just sets himself. And down the tee he goes.
Too many bounces.
I think he's got us on the mic down there. I think
30,
Dave might have
15.
overheard us.
I think it's important and I think we even saw with that wide serve on the first serve that Paul missed, Mikhail got it back. So I reckon Dave would have seen that and just said, okay, go up the tee. It's harder to return. Yes, it's fraught with danger, but you're going to win more points than you lose.
Yep.
And it's where he won a lot of his points on serve last night when he was in trouble and when he had to find something big, that's where he went up the tee. So let's see where his racket face points here. Paul Patterson, 30-15, serving to the ad court. In it is, doesn't go up the tee and just gets it wide of 2 points or 2 game points here.
Yeah, it wasn't up the tee, but it still was a little bit further that Michaela had to track to. So much easier if the ball's hit to you and you don't have to move so much. Once you've got to move, as we've seen by a few players this weekend, it does make the shot a little bit harder.
Yep. First serve on the line, and Mikaliakos can't quite get there. So 3-all.
Game, Pedersen. 3 games all.
Yeah, after a good couple of returns there from Michaela, Paul did well to get back in the ascendancy in that service game. 3-all now. We've got a Ben's B2 match, I think, that's on beside us here. There's been a few noises come through, so a couple of players just holding off on their serves.
Which I don't mind, because you just need to make sure that everything is set as you head into one of these points.
Nice serve there by McKaylee.
Out.
And return there by Paul
Ball
Patterson,
was
just
wide.
wide.
To right by about 30 centimetres.
15 love.
Yes. 15 love.
Good return by Paul, but unfortunately about 15 centimetres wide. Kaylee now underarm serve.
Fault.
Just hitting the
The
top
ball
of the net.
Went into the net, top half of the net.
So the double fault is what has been a problem as he gets that serve
Too many
in.
bounces.
Nails that one, 30 love. So
13
looking
love.
slightly more comfortable on serve now. Mikaliakos. Maybe we are destined for that tie break.
Yeah, it's looking that way, isn't it?
Both looking slightly more settled after the first 2 games, or second and third game were both Titanic tussles. First serve up the tee from Mikaliakos.
Too many bounces.
Nails that one.
14
In saying
love.
that, we've had a lot of returns in this game, haven't we?
We have, and Michaela's, and I know I keep harping on it, but it is just so darn impressive. We saw it in the warm-up, and he was actually getting to about half of them.
Certainly
Ball
at
went into
15,
the
he's got a lot
top
big
half of the
future,
net.
doesn't he?
Yep. Utilising his sense as well. So Mikaliakos gets his second serve in, and that
Too many
is
bounces.
too quick for Paul Patterson.
Game,
4-3.
Liakos.
Yeah, that flew off the racket. That was a
leads by
great
4
serve.
games to 3.
That was a quick game, that one.
It was. So
cruise for it, which is what you want to do when you're on your serve.
And you want it. This is when you want to start getting confidence on your serve. It's what we spoke about a lot yesterday, where you want to have your serve down pat before you get to the tiebreak. You don't want to have to worry about someone returning them, or you double faulting, or anything along those lines. You want to have your rhythm set, and that's what Mikaliakos seems to have as we get another small replacement of the line, another bit of tape going down. And people often ask, you know, how do you change the court? And I don't expect the answer to be just a bit of masking tape and a bit of string underneath to understand where the players are. It's simple, but it's effective.
Yeah, I can see the guys here using their feet a little bit to put these lines down. Sometimes it's the old-fashioned way of getting down nice and low on the ground and just using your fingers and making sure that tape's stuck to the ground properly. It's one thing with our sport is to set up the B1 court. It does take a little bit of time. And if you're only doing it for the first time, it can be a bit hard. Sometimes even the temperature of the ground surface doesn't help. Here in Melbourne, it's a little bit chilly sometimes, and
sometimes, always.
Always.
Well, in the months of June, July, August, it's not great. Even you're wearing tracksuit pants today.
I'm wearing tracksuit pants today. Yes.
You're in shorts yesterday, which was brave, but I respected it. I respected the toughness.
Yeah, some might say I'm not really smart, so.
Well, we'll call it toughness.
But definitely come dressed for the weather today. Even though I think someone said earlier it's the warmest day they've had for a month.
I think it's close too.
Paul Patterson now serving.
Fault. The ball
Just
is
gone
wide,
wide there.
to the left by about 30 centimetres.
Sitting across. Making sure his feet are in the right position. Feeling for that tactile. Some people might ask what's under the tactile. It's usually just a bit of clothing, a bit of clothesline.
Fishing wire or thick fishing wire? String. Second serve. It's good.
Into the net, and it was a bit short.
Yeah, we have another sport called goalball that use a lot
was
of
wide to the left
line, and
by
what
about
they
a
might
metre
actually
as
do
well.
is have a different colour on the end of it, just to know which position that the
15
rope
love.
goes down on each time. It makes it a little bit easier when you're setting up. A bit like when you put a tent together or anything to know where they are and what position they go in.
So first serve at 15 love. Paul Patterson gets that one in. Mikhail Liakos was there and then just
bounces.
moved the racket to his right slightly.
30 love.
Yeah, he didn't come through with a straight scoop there, did he? Sort
No.
of racket to the side a little bit.
And it's where it's difficult because you can kind of second guess yourself late. Mind can play tricks on you. 30 love to Paul Patterson. So both getting through their service games slightly quickly now. Paul with a good serve out wide, and on the third bounce, Mikhail gets it. Can Paul get that? No.
Too many bounces.
Another brilliant
30,
return from the
15.
young 15-year-old.
Great return there by Mikhail. And we had the, people might know, we had the 1 point playoff this morning where everyone could try to be a B1 on court. And
how'd it go?
Then the showdown, and actually Ty Atkinson from Victoria won the tournament. He's actually playing on the court beside us right now, actually.
I should have come in for a crack at that. I'd love to get the experience of how to play like a B1.
Yeah, look, it's awesome. I've done it before, and it's it's a lot harder than it looks.
And it looks hard.
Yeah, and
does not look easy at all. So
I've just seen the score. So it's actually Rob Fletcher's up 5 love against Ty. Ty wouldn't be happy with that.
So first serve coming up at
great
many
serve down the
bounces.
tee there
Yeah.
from Paul Patterson.
40-15.
Both players have actually picked up their serving game a little bit. Still getting some good returns, but definitely got into the groove now with their serves, which is going to be important if it does go to a tiebreaker. Paul just taking a little bit of time to get his feet in the right position. Down the tee again. Return here by Mikhail is good. And Paul can't get that, so it's 40-30.
40-30.
So this is very, very impressive returning from Mikhail Liakos. And can he get this to juice? And if he can manufacture a break, well, he'll be serving for the match. So that's why this is
it's an important game.
Yeah. Paul just, and this is where serving first is so important. So, first serve is good. Mikhail Liakos is there, and he gets the return. That is too good.
That was a great return, and the thing was, he actually turned his racket in his hand a couple of times before, as the ball was bouncing, and had it ready in position.
He knew. That is brilliantly done from the 15-year-old, and all of a sudden, from 40-15, it's now juice and pressure well and truly on Paul Patterson. But he managed to fight his way out of trouble last night to send it to a tiebreak. Didn't win it, but geez, you feel as though if it does get there, Mikhail Liakos will be licking his lips. His return game just needs to get 1 or 2 in that tiebreak, and you'd think it'd be his. First serve is good from Paul Patterson, and the return, he got racket to it, but only went to his
Ball
right.
is wide to the right by about 3 metres.
And was the game next door's finished off, and it looks like
No,
Rob Fletcher's won 6
Mikhail's.
love against Ty Atkinson.
He can do it all, Rob Fletcher.
Advantage, Patterson.
Yeah, another experienced player, been around for a long time. Not too sure. Paul from Northern Territory. I'm not too sure how many other players he's got up in the Northern Territory to play against, train with.
So advantage Patterson. First serve on the line. You are
Too
kidding.
many bounces.
Beautiful
Game
serve there
Patterson.
by Paul. Straight down
4
the tee
games
as
all.
we spoke before. Ace.
That is mightily, mightily impressive.
Brings us to 4-all.
And desperately needed. He was in a bit of strife in that game. So for the second time, Mikaliakos gets Paul Patterson to juice. Are we going to another tiebreak? How is this going to look? Matt Clayton's next to us. He reckons we are. He reckons we're going the distance.
We might have to get a tip off Matt, who he thinks will take the tie break.
Paul gets his
Short
racket
and
to
went
it.
into the net. It was rolling.
Not quite.
15
Yeah, just
love.
not quite getting under that.
I feel like he's just struggled to sort of...
Yes.
He's gotten racket to the serve a couple of times, but just hasn't really been able to nail that return in this contest. But his serving has been much better than last night.
Yeah, definitely.
Mikaliakos, 15 love. First serve to the racket of Paul and just didn't quite get there. So 30 love.
30 love.
Looks like we've got a junior game on next door now after that one. We've got David Seckham and Nikhil. So that'll be a good game as well.
Yeah, Dave Edgecombe, we saw him this morning against Arato Katsuta Green, and he was he played really well. Did not deserve to lose by that margin that he did.
Yeah, got to have a chat to him. He struggled a little bit on his serve in a couple of games, which didn't help. But yeah, definitely pushed Arato, and yeah, that game was an awesome game of tennis.
40 love.
So 40 love. Mikaliakos, one game away from a 5-4 lead, and it causes Paul Patterson to possibly have to serve to stay in the match.
Yeah, definitely puts the pressure back on Paul if he can take this out to love and then straight into Paul's service game.
Into the top
First
half of the
serve
net.
into the net.
Just hit the top.
Second serve. Paul got there, but only down. So
Game
5-4.
Liakos.
One game away
Liakos
is
leads by 5 games to 4.
Mikaliakos from taking the victory, and this is where serving first is so important because you'd make your opponent have to serve to stay in it, and they just have to think about it a little more. Odds are they'll hold, but you just never know.
Yeah, but Michaela's actually taking Paul to juice a couple of times now in the last few games. So, you know, he takes his opportunities, gets that return back. Could put some pressure on Paul, and you never know. A couple of double faults or a return here or there, and Paul's not wasting any time. He's staying on court, and the young fella's taking for a drink. It's usually the other way around.
Yeah. Well, I like it.
Yeah.
Keep his opponent waiting.
Coming on the court now. It's Michaela on the bottom of screen.
So there's a big opportunity for Mikaliakos. His returning has been good. He's taken Paul Patterson to juice in half of his return games. 2 of the 4. But hasn't quite yet manufactured a break point. Gotten to juice, but Paul has just, as he did last night, when in the face of danger, finds the big serve.
Yeah, well, he's gone down the tee a few times, hasn't he now?
Yep.
So I think he's learnt. And that could have been the help of support staff up there, letting him know.
First serve. Mikaliakos is there. Got it on the third bounce. Another good return. But Paul Patterson's there and just sort of lunged into it a little bit.
Love 15.
Love 15. He's 3 points away.
Yeah, and that was hard to probably pick up by Paul because it was hit fairly high. So he might have thought it was a lot closer than he thought, and unfortunately just didn't get it right on the racket. But another great return there by Mikhail.
And it's ridiculously impressive to be able to do this so consistently. And this will make Paul, you know, even if he does continue to hold it, it'll make him nervous going into a tiebreaker if we get there. But my early pick was that we weren't going to get there, and he's made the perfect start as Mikhail Liakos.
He's only 3 points away.
Someone's phone going off. Oh no, it's Paul Patterson's.
Paul's getting a return. Maybe that's why Paul was staying on court. He's got a call he had to get. Might have had a Zoom hooked up.
They always say your phone's got to be on silent.
We've all made that mistake.
We have. So first serve in from Paul Patterson. Mikhail is there. He got the return, but only to the width of the court.
15 all.
Yeah, he tracked to it, just didn't get in the right position and unfortunately hit it wide off court, but good connection. Paul Patterson now just getting his feet in the right position. Mikhail is ready to return. Every point vital, so it's important to get your feet right. Underarm serve by Paul. Good serve. Return by Mikhail. He's got it down the centre. Oh, Paul Patterson.
Wow.
Into the net. It was a roll. And it was,
Yeah, just hit
right
the top of his
wide to the right.
racket there and unfortunately off to the side, but great return there by
15-30.
Michaela. So 15-30, he might be his chance.
Massive chance coming up.
It didn't bounce, it rolled.
Paul now getting ready to serve.
So 15-30. And the phone went off again.
Yeah, replay the point.
Replay the point. That's fair enough, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Just
I think Paul's going off to answer it this time.
Yeah. It might be telling the official just to put it on silent. Surprised it wasn't done before.
Yeah, I
Yep,
think
that's what's happened.
One thing you mightn't realise, if Paul Patterson being a B1, his phone might actually be on, it's a different one, so it's very hard to actually get into the phone.
Yes.
So the helper trying to turn it off would be struggling.
Yep.
Voice control on.
That's exactly right. So he'll serve again. And it's disappointing for him because he nailed the serve. So first serve. 15-30. He's 2 points away from possibly losing this. He gets it. Mikhail Liakos was so close.
Yeah, he got there. He just got through just after he swung the racket and just got underneath it. Talking about phones, how good are the B1s on their phone?
Yeah. Oh, unbelievable.
I struggle to order Uber Eats, and these guys do it easy.
All right, we'll put you to the test. So first serve at 30 all. Mikhail Liakos gets the racket to it. He gets the return back. Is this match point? It is match point. This is brilliant. 3 returns in this game.
This is the time you want to do it too. You don't want to go to the tiebreaker.
40.
Can't get a better chance than this. And it puts pressure on Paul's serve. He needs to make this serve. Be interesting to see how long he takes here to set up. Pressure's on.
So match point. Mikhail Liakos. First serve is in. Mikhail Liakos got there on the third bounce. It just went wide.
Wide to the left by
Got
about
to
a
it,
metre.
got it up nice and just wide.
Juice.
Paul Patterson stays in the game. Gone to Juice. But Paul did the, at least he got his first serve in there. Percentage and won it. You never want to go down double folding, do you?
No, just had to get the serve in. That was the vital thing. So, first serve in from Paul, and that return goes behind
Advantage Patterson.
like a nick in cricket.
Yeah, I was standing at first, slipped there and took that.
Yep. So, advantage Patterson saved a match point. Wow.
Big game, this one. Huge turnaround.
That's out.
At fault.
It's gone
The
wide.
ball was wide to the right by about 20 centimetres.
Paul might take his another game to a tiebreaker.
Yep.
Didn't get the one last night, obviously, against Ben Rowe, but
Paul.
we've got a few more repairs
Yep.
going on in the court.
Ladies and gentlemen, the tape of the lined, the painted, the taped lines have come up the court. There is undergoing retaping of the lines.
So, another bit of court maintenance. Right at a pivotal moment as well.
Yeah, I don't know
be a first
which
service
one
for
it
you.
favours there. Having a bit of a break. Obviously, Paul serving to stay in the game.
First service. In his hand.
Here we go. First serve is in,
Touch.
and there is the hold.
Game,
Another break
Patterson.
point saved. So 3 of the 5 games he served, he's had to go to juice. But like he did last night, Paul Patterson, well, he continues to fight on. It's a lengthy contest. This one's been going well over an hour now. 55 minutes. So not quite well over an hour. Maddie Clayton's just providing all the goods as Mikaliakos.
We've got the
Too
best
many
stats man in the
bounces.
business here.
Yep.
15 love.
He loves it. Does Maddie Clayton. Looking forward to having him back on the coverage. One of the best in the business.
Loves his tennis.
Yeah, he does.
Loves all sports, actually.
He's a good Richmond man. As the return from Paul Patterson is in the corner.
Too many bounces.
You get a chance, ask him how many
15
games
all.
of cricket he's played. I think he
Oh.
holds a record at his club.
He's there, so he's laughing, and he hasn't given us a number yet. He's just smiling. 53, 533, 533. Wow.
It's a lot of games.
As that serve from Mikaliakos on the
Out.
tee, on the line.
The ball was wide to the left by
He
about
must
a
have a
metre.
special wife.
Yes,
30, 15.
more to the point.
Thirty, 15.
First serve.
Too
Too
many
good.
bounces.
Yeah,
40,
got it back
15.
over there, Paul, but unfortunately too many bounces.
Wide to the left.
So tie break if we're going
40,
to get there.
15.
My thoughts, I think Mikaliakos, he has been monstrous. He's definitely in terms of the point count. He's one more. Returning has been mighty. And again, the serve on the line.
It was short.
Painting them.
Game, Liakos.
Game, 6-5.
Liakos
Yeah, another
leads
quick
by
game there
6
for
games
him.
to
So he's
5.
definitely, if we do go to a tiebreaker, he's definitely going to go in as a favourite. Percentage of returns are much higher than Paul's at the moment. But as we did see yesterday by Paul, he can return. And he has a chance now to, he's got to serve to stay in the match. Just changing ends. We have Paul now, bottom of screen. And as it's been during the game, Paul stayed on the court. Young fella's gone over for a drink and just a bit of a break. So yeah, 533 games, Matt Clayton.
That's pretty good.
That's a lot of cricket.
Pretty good. Not even sure I've watched 533 games of cricket, mainly because I watch mostly Test matches.
And I'd have to say, I haven't asked him, but I reckon out of those 533 games, you know, like he would have played an era where a lot of them were 2-day games or one-day games. Not too much of the 2020 stuff that's over in 3 hours. It's a 6 and 8 hour day. Paul now serving to stay in the match.
6-5, Paul Patterson. What can he do? First serve is in, and that serve down the tee is
bounces.
providing genuine dividends for him.
Yeah, I think Dave Gordon has certainly helped Paul since he's come on the court and explained where to put the ball. A lot of experience there in Dave.
Kaliakos trying to gain this returning prowess.
Great
Too many
return there.
bounces.
Great return by
15
McHale.
all.
15 all. Can he get a few more returns back and put pressure on Paul? Or we will go to that tiebreaker.
Gets this return, high, looped, and he got there. 15-30, another wonderful return from Mikhail Liakos. And again, with Paul Patterson serving to stay in the match. This is almost the equivalent of a 5-set comeback for Paul Patterson if he can find a way to win, because Mikhail has had most of the momentum throughout this contest. There was one service game, and I think it was his second, that didn't quite go his way, where he had to save a break point.
Yeah.
Since then,
changed his service then.
He did. Mikhail got
Out.
there, but hit it out.
The ball was
Scooped
wide
it.
to the right by about 3 meters.
Explained by the umpire.
30 all.
Yeah, just changed it up a little bit there, Paul. Interesting at this time of the match to change something up.
First serve is through the legs of Mikhail Liakos. So game point, we could be on
40-30.
our way to a breaker.
Just watching Michaela again there. He has this little twitch where he turns the racket around just before he's about to hit it. Sometimes it works well, and other times it probably takes him off a little bit. It's amazing in cricket or tennis or one of these sports that you actually pick up these little things and very hard to change it. Steve Smith in cricket is one of the worst.
So The second serve
Touch.
is good. And
Game, Patterson.
game to Patterson.
6 games all. Tie break.
Yep, we're off to the tiebreaker. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that we both think Michaela might take the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I think. Oh, no, I think the way that he's playing, I think we have to. We have to say that Michaela is going to be very hard to beat. 6-all.
Straight into it here.
Too many bounces.
Well, his serve has just gotten better and better.
1-0. Liakos.
Yeah,
Better
as you said,
and better.
it's important when you serve first to make sure you get that point. You always want to lead from the front.
So, first serve is in from Michaela Liakos. Paul Patterson gets that serve nice, but the return, well, it was set up for him to return it, wasn't it? It was right into his hitting zone, and he does it
2-0.
again.
Liakos.
Does Michaela Liakos in the most critical of moments. He gets the return in the tiebreak. This is what we predicted.
Yeah, Paul didn't go down the tee that time. He went across court and, yeah, straight into the racket of Michaela, and great return there. Taking a 2-love lead.
Fault. The ball was long by 5 centimeters.
As you heard from the umpire there, ball long by 5 centimetres. So on second serve here, pressure on.
So, massive point now. Michaela Liakos wins this. You could almost put it to bed. Let second serve. Wowee.
You're much closer than that.
Needs to get this serve. And it's in. But Michaela Liakos is there. Came off the throat of the racket.
Yeah, he was in the position. You thought he might have got that back
2-1.
over.
Liakos.
But Paul saves one there. But Michaela now
On the
serving,
outside.
leading 2-1 in the tiebreaker. Couple of great returns there by Michaela.
And another brilliant serve out wide. 3-1. He's 4 points
the ball
away.
was wide to the left by about 2 meters.
Match point already saved at 5-4 by Paul Patterson.
3-1. Liakos.
And he's going to have to make a return. Liakos hasn't been hitting many double faults recently either. So Paul Patterson might be in slight trouble again. Another tiebreak loss could go his way. But Michaela Liakos, he should be so proud with how he's played so far. Paul Patterson got the return, but scooped down on it.
Yeah, he went for the scoop that time. The point
4-1,
before, actually, he went for the
Liakos.
one-handed backhand instead of the
Been
scoop.
Some sort of shot. Does Paul sort of, and look, obviously it's very, very difficult to do this, to sort of read where the ball is, but does he move his feet a little bit too much? Because you see Michaela so steadfast in when he makes his return.
Yeah, I think one of the things with Michaela does well, he does stay there pretty nice and still, and it's a lot easier to hit a ball when your head's still and your body's still.
So first serve is in. Mikhail stood there,
Out.
couldn't quite get it, so these 2
The
points.
ball was wide to the right by about 3 meters.
Yeah,
and
Paul
was
needed
short
that.
of
He
the
didn't want
net.
to go down 5-1.
These are very important.
4-2. Liakos.
Mikhail still got that 2-point advantage, but so it's very important. Players just changing ends. Paul Patterson at the top of the screen now. He'll be serving.
He saved a match point already. Most likely going to have to save another one the way that it's going, but you just don't know. Tennis is a funny sport. Mikhail Liakos, we picked it in the warm-up just with his returning prowess. He's made, I reckon it'd be close to 10 in this contest. World is at his feet, I reckon, in B1 tennis.
Yeah, he's got a big future. Like I said, only 15 years of age. Puts in the work and the effort, then I'm sure he'll make it.
And he got the serve that he wanted, did Paul Patterson.
4-3, Liakos.
Yeah, Mikhail was in the position there. He unfortunately just swung a little bit early on the ball. Just went under the racket.
So now one of these 2 points needs to go the way of Paul Patterson. Has to try and find something.
1 second, 1 second. Oh.
Mikhail was in a hurry there.
Yeah. Well, is that...
He was serving from the wrong side.
Serving from the wrong side, but is that now nerves? Is he slightly, you know, as a 15-year-old, you can start to get ahead of yourself very quickly. You can get excited.
Well, he's been taking his time, hasn't he, during the match?
Yeah.
So, and then suddenly rushed into one. So
He got the return, did Paul Patterson, and got it in. There's the mini break back.
Bounces.
Wow.
4-all.
See, and
4-all.
He had himself set, didn't move his feet too much, stayed where he was, scooped it back, and got it right towards the line.
Yep.
And that was hugely important.
Yeah, and he rushed, you know, for Mikhail, he rushed that serve before and was there early, so.
Short.
That serve was very, very close.
That was on the line.
5-4,
Wow. Flirting with danger.
It was on the line. It even did a bit of a turn. It turned
Yep.
right angles after the line. It was a bit of a warning.
So, 5-4, back on serve. If Paul Patterson makes these 2 points, he will have a match point of his own. He saved one. It would be, even though it is a tiebreak, it would be the great escape, I feel.
Yeah, it'd be a good comeback.
Because Mikhail Liakos, as Paul has changed his service motion, went with the backspin, and Mikhail didn't quite make the return. Hit the top of the net, didn't go over. The serve landed on the line.
He actually went for the under serve with a bit of spin on it.
And it worked. If you win the point, it works.
Yeah.
From
He's certainly changed a few things up during this game, hasn't he?
Really has. Down 5-3. And the winner of this point goes to match point. First serve is long.
The ball was long by about 50 centimeters.
Pressure on here now. Needs to make this second serve. Definitely don't want a double fault here. See if Michaela can take the advantage on the second serve.
Mikhail Liakos has been returning brilliantly throughout this contest. Second serve up the tee. Mikhail Liakos gets there and on cue, he nails the return.
What a return. Down the line in the corner.
6-5, Liakos.
The serve was brilliant, the return even better, and he gets his second match point this time on his own serve. What have we witnessed?
Great tennis there by both players. But Michaela just putting the pressure back on. That second serve, he took advantage, placed it in the corner. Now gets the serve for the match.
It's on his serve. Mikhail Liakos gets it in. Paul Patterson gets there, and it just goes wide.
Wide to the left.
Hit the dog, I think.
Match, Liakos.
And game, set, match, Mikhail Liakos. That gets a round of applause from a lot of people because they understand what he's just done. The returning was sublime. It was in the warm-up and he continued it throughout the entirety of the match, put so much pressure on the serve of Paul Patterson, who managed to manufacture the break back with a return of his own in that tie break, but brilliantly done. Deserving winner, Mikhail Liakos.
And it's an awesome effort. You know, he just beat the Australian number 2 B1 player. So great future ahead. Keeps up his training and practice, and we're looking at, you know, what knows? He could be the world's number 1.
I think that's the trajectory that he's on. It definitely looks like it. Brilliantly done, Mikhail Liakos, Jason Stubbs. Good work by you as well. Or as always, looking forward to another match together a little later on.
Thanks, Val.
Absolutely brilliant. Mikhail Liakos wins 7-6 and 7-5 in the tiebreak. We've got another match with Paul Patterson. He's up against Isaiah Muller in the next match coming up. B1 men's singles. Val Febo and Jason Stubbs signing off for now.
When I first applied for the role of Minister for Everybody, some people said I didn't have a leg to stand on. But everything changed once I got a foot in the door. There it is over there. I'm here to tell you that tennis is for everybody. Every age, every stage, every identity, every ability. So come on, everybody, let's have a hit. Tennis for everybody.
Tennis, because it is so technical and is so difficult to perfect, once you get the rewards you want, it is just seriously the best feeling in the entire world, and I really want to strive for that feeling all the time.
In 2019, we ran a development hub. Courtney came across, and that was her first taste of blind tennis. She's, since that time, trained really hard. It continues to amaze me what some of these athletes do.
You have to wait for the ball to bounce on the court before I can actually think about how I'm going to hit it.
It's modified tennis, it's audible tennis, so players need to utilise either what vision they do have and combine that with tracking and listening skills to locate the ball. Just really proud of the way she's developed and overcome some challenges.
When Courtney was in primary school, she knew she was different, had a little bit of bullying to deal with. I just gave her some advice saying, look, instead of being upset, find a sport that you enjoy and channel those feelings into your sport.
She's now seeing that success. She's taken out the Women's B2 Championships in Victoria, Queensland and Sydney.
The majority of my friends that I have now are from tennis and from sport, and because everyone's going through the same thing or something similar, we kind of bond over that. We've teamed up the last 2 tournaments now.
We talk probably most days, and to have that friendship on and off the court is incredible. The people you surround yourself make a huge difference no matter what you do. I think that's the most important part.
I get to meet a lot of new people, I get to overcome mental and physical challenges. I've always loved to inspire and motivate others, especially those with vision impairments. I really want to prove that you can do it. Just come give it a go. You're never going to know if you don't come give it a shot.
This is the 2026 Blind Low Vision Showdown, Team Australia versus Team World, the 16 best players across the world, and today are the deciding rubbers.
This is actually a world first event here at the AO. There's actually players from 6 different countries, including Australia.
So this event incorporates all blind and low vision sport classes from B1 with not much sight at all to B4, still legally blind but a little bit more sight, and we have modifications to the court. We also have modifications to the ball.
The ball is a soft ball with a Russell in it, and I have 2 bounces and not 1 bounce. I enjoy so much the sun, and the atmosphere was so good.
I just played a match against one of my great rivals, Ivan from Great Britain. I managed to get up today in straight sets. It feels amazing to be playing here at Melbourne Park in front of friends and family and other supporters of the BLV community. And I fulfilled a boyhood dream playing the Australian Open.
1, 2, 3.
Did play tennis when I was younger before my eyesight deteriorated to a level where I couldn't play regular tennis anymore. It was hard emotionally. If I didn't have this sport, I wouldn't be playing sport full stop.
First time Caroline and I have been able to play doubles together, to come out today and take the victory, and it's not just a win for ourselves on the board, it's the win for Australia. To have actual fans come in and watch and the general public to see what this sport's all about is incredible.
It's great for anyone who is a young child that is visually impaired or blind, that they have someone to inspire to, and that they can see what can happen if they really put themselves towards playing blind tennis.
We're finally seeing the numbers pick up and a lot more interest, awareness is building around the world. Hopefully more Grand Slams pick it up and eventually the Paralympics.
Well, we've been informed that was, in fact, the last live stream match of today on this brilliant Saturday here at the NTC. But that's not all we have time. Well, that's not all for the Blind and Low Vision Nationals in 2026 at Melbourne Park, because tomorrow morning the coverage is back from 9:15 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Check your local guides for the time differences and so on and so forth. But from me, Val Feber, this was the last time you'll hear me at the competition, as I won't be on tomorrow. So big thank you for those that have tuned in across the first 2 days. Plenty of action still to come tomorrow on a brilliant Sunday. I remember how exciting last year was, with a lot of finals to come, and of course the Morris Gleeson Trophy to be awarded. To Matt Clayton and Jason Stubbs, a big thank you to them. To John O'Neill behind the scenes as well, a big thank you to him. And thank you to you for watching another brilliant day of action here at the Blind and Low Vision Nationals at Melbourne Park. Catch you tomorrow from 9:15 a.m. where the dulcet tones of Matt Clayton and Jason Stubbs will guide you home.